Hello and welcome to Agora's Bells, episode 12? 12, titled The Gang Goes to Hell. It's an homage, what can I say? So tonight, as you can guess by the title, we're going to hell. Probably. With me, I have the usual cast of criminals. I've got Sam playing Blossom on the Water. I've got Lucy playing Brenan Winlielo. I've got Alex playing Kangjax Isifer. I've got Kate playing Saren Calvor. And I've got Abby playing Adrian Blackburn, aka Shield Mom. So, last week, the Wrong Turns investigated their new island. They now have a keep to call their own, and they wanted to clear out the rest of the island and make sure there was no dangers around. Helping their new friend Orion, who used to own the keep, they encountered a hag coven and quickly snuck around their enchanted beasts and did battle with the hags pretty well. It only lasted 2 rounds, so they made quick work of it. And they also found a lot of weird, strange trinkets, including a basin of water that was eternally scrying on this young girl in the town of Maywood. A key ring filled with bones, and last but not least, a large emerald. This emerald allowed them to plane travel and completed their teleportation circle. So now they have the ability to go wherever the heck they want. Uh, so that's kind of where we ended off, except for the fact that Saren decided to read the Astropath Arcanum, a very cursed map book thing, and she was successful to an extent, with Kangjax reviving her quickly after she hit 0 hit points from just all of the knowledge that she gained. She saw the 12th layer of hell ruled by a demon named Belfagar, a gray-scaled, leather-winged beast who seems to be combining machinery with bones and making these unholy contraptions. Nock, the arch-existence, came and claimed the book for himself, and that's where we left off. So, Wrong Turns, take it away. What would you like to do today? Nock has vanished, and you are standing in the war room looking at each other like, what the heck happened?
I would like to not go to hell today.
Fair enough.
Is that an option?
Definitely. I'll do what you want to do.
I'm doing research.
Okay. I do want to backtrack a little bit. Bren, so you'd been doing research as well. What layer of hell would you like to learn about?
Ninth one, I think, is the one where I was told the staff is.
Sounds good. The 9th layer of hell is... and I understand this isn't up to traditional lore. This is kind of hodgepodge lore. The ninth layer of hell is where the city of Dis is, a large city of demons, or devils traditionally, that now might be demons as well. You're kind of unsure because the lore isn't quite up to date. But you kind of read about it, and there was a ruler named the Pale Knight for a long time, and you don't know what happened to her with the whole matriarch situation. But you do learn about the ways to communicate with fiends there, and kind of, instead of gold, they use bones as a currency. It's a pretty gross place. It's a giant city with heated metal lining the exterior, so that's what you got.
Would I know what kind of creatures might be there to use as a disguise?
You get the gist that tieflings are pretty welcome there. So you could
Right.
probably use tieflings as a disguise.
Excellent. The staff was in an office or something, right?
It was, yes.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
This is bad.
Saren, what were you liking to research before you leave? Anything
Totally
in particular?
fine. Well, I want to learn more about the 12th circle that I saw.
Sure.
And then also kind of like going with Bryn on like what creatures reside there and how the hell we're gonna get down there and, you know, not get our asses handed to us as badly.
Okay, because I had Bryn do this last session, I'm gonna have you make an intelligence check as well this session,
Okay.
just to see what you learn. Bryn's
Sure.
was retroactive. because I didn't write lore until this morning.
Hey, we love impromptu lore. Okay. I'm really good with intelligence. This is good. Oh,
Say it.
well, I might have just cursed myself. We'll see.
Yeah, you can't say it. You can't say it, Kate.
You
I
all
learned this
say
the
it.
hard way.
19.
19. Okay. So you learn that the 12th layer is also ruled by this demon lord named Pale Knight. She rules the 9th and the 12th layer. And the 12th layer is where she makes her home, called the Bone Citadel. It is in the shape of an outstretched hand, but it is completely made of bones. So she is quite wealthy in fiend terms because bone is currency. And she seems to be the mother of demons.
Cool. Great. I'm gonna go tell King Jax to go look for bones.
I guess I'll go looking for bones. I'll ask Hancock, like, is there somewhere we could get some bones pretty easy? I don't know, like, of course, instead of saying like, oh, I don't know, maybe we should check, for chicken bones in the kitchen. Well, do you think, Hancock, perhaps there's a graveyard somewhere nearby we could acquire a bunch of bones from?
Oh, well. Go ahead, Adrian.
Never mind. Nope, never mind.
Wait, I forget, were there any bones left from that dragon? Because I bet those are worth, like, I don't know, extra bone dollars? Is that how this works?
Oh, beans! Poof, and I'm going to sprint to where the dragon was.
He melted away last session.
Aw. But I thought he left bones behind, like Skyrim style, no?
No, we
Skyrim
stole some
style.
scales, but the bones are gone.
Yeah, I'll
That's a
get a one
technical
dragon
term.
Skyrim Scott style, please.
That's a good idea. You want to check the kitchen for
Bones and,
bones,
like,
please?
3 helmets.
Well, you do find, like, chicken bones, but you get the sense that you kind of know what kind of bones the demons are looking for.
Oh,
They
Good
want
bones.
blood.
I
I
have
want
that
blood.
ring of fingers. Is there bones in there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Those are humanoid-esque.
Great.
Okay, so
Also, because I forgot to mention this, chat, make sure you check out our content warnings for this evening.
here, I've got you.
Thank you.
There we go.
I'm
Is there-
trying to like think if keeping the bones from her amputated arm would be something that Adrian would do.
Oh my god.
Okay, King Jax is
I
gonna
can't
just.
decide.
I'm gonna go into the nearby forest, and I'm gonna just pull an old scavenger, just look for carcasses, and kind of just do that and whistle.
Alex was kidding. But is there a graveyard, though?
I wasn't kidding.
All right, Kang Jax or Bryn, make a perception check to find a graveyard to desecrate.
Can we not just ask?
You can ask Hancock, I guess, if you'd like.
See,
Hancock, is there a graveyard or some resting place on the island?
Oh, well, good morning. I'm sure there was on the opposite side of the cliff at one point. Seems that the royalty was buried there for a while. Can I ask
Excellent. Can
why?
you show me? It's fine. Could you show me where it is?
Sure, I'd be happy to go pay my respects to the old lords and ladies of the castle. So he takes you to a graveyard and lets you do whatever you want.
Once he leaves, I'm going grave robbing.
Okay.
God. All right, so King Jax is gonna. I'm actually using the quest for bones for more sinister purposes, I suppose. As I'm alone, I'm kind of just smoking a J, walking along, and that's why our channel is not marked mature, folks. And I'm kind of talking to myself. I'm like, I wonder how valuable I'd be. I've got skeleton. I'm full of bones. Anyway, well, Tiamat, I don't know if you're listening, but as your new servant, is of course my understanding that you have a realm in hell, and perhaps you have some influence there now that you're back. I was wondering if you could help us out when we're down there. Perhaps help me out with the whole disguise thing. Give me like some sort of dragon demon sort of look or smell too. I don't know. I guess this would be my first prayer technically.
You wait like a long time, and you're kind of like, okay, maybe my connection isn't super great with Tiamat yet. And then you hear this low, feminine pitched voice. It says, "You're going to waste your first prayer asking for something?"
Oh, great Tiamat, I am so sorry for... I am a terrible cleric, of course. I do the biggest fault of everybody else out there, including myself, and that is praying for when we need things. I apologize. I've been quite busy lately.
There's another like long beat of silence rather, and you start to look down at your hand, and it starts to turn scaled. And you kind of take a look at yourself, and you definitely look more as Dragonborn-esque.
Okay. So Tiamat, maybe I try not maybe not think about it like I'm asking for something, but I'm trying to become closer to you and mirror your servants better. Let's face it, the big fuzzy yeti is not exactly typical Tiamat missionary fare.
She interrupts you during this sentence. I just didn't want to, but she interrupts you and she says, "Have you found a way to traverse the plains?"
Oh yeah, we found a way. My friends are really smart. They're a bunch of nerds. They're good with that stuff.
Good.
Saren kind of died reading the map, and I brought her back thanks to you, of course.
Find my scales.
Find your scales. All right, are these actual physical scales or are they metaphorical scales? You know, gods work in mysterious ways, Tiamat, and I'm sure you're no exception.
I'm pretty straightforward.
Oh, thank you. You know, that's all I've ever wanted in life is a straightforward god. Like, put this down in the book and this is what I mean. None of this open to interpretation stuff. That's where we end up with problems down the line and popes and things that mess everything up.
Your attitude is infectious, Acolyte.
Well, yeah, that's how I get converts, baby.
And that's the last thing you hear from Tiamat.
When do I get to start calling Tiamat Big T?
Whenever you want to get you in, I guess.
Yo, what's going on, Pentahead?
So the rest of you, wherever you're at in your day, you notice that scales are starting to grow on you as well.
That's unsettling and clashes with my fur. I mean, what the hell?
King Jax
Wait, are we all getting
returns.
scales?
Yeah, King Jax returns, and you see the rest of your friends starting to grow scales.
Me too.
I imagine like Kane Jax is like dragon color is very similar to like Krukazel in Steam Spell's color, like a very like white dragon color, but with like a blue shimmer. And like once in a while, his horns will like discharge static electricity.
Actually, yeah. Are all of our dragon scales different colors?
Sure.
Like, I'm curious.
Tiamat's got 5 heads.
You can
Exactly.
You can pick from the chromatic colors if you wish.
Nice.
All right, so King Jack says blue,
White and blue.
white.
I'm like a nice mix. I'm a nice mix.
You don't have to fill all 5. This isn't that big of a deal.
No,
I want
our
green.
aesthetic is very important.
Dibs on green. It's mine.
Okay.
I will take.
I'll take
brown.
red, I guess.
Okay.
Brown.
Adria's just not a chromatic color. That's so great.
Nice.
Brown's always like in other like games and fantasy settings. Brown's always like the baseline dragon. Like I am not
Yeah.
affiliated with any element. I am
Oh
just
my
the
God.
plain dragon.
Like that first like default character when you load a video game.
Basically.
Like, dragon form.
Yep.
Hey, she's happy about it. Brown's her favorite color.
I love Adrian.
I'm surprised it's not gray.
No, it's brown.
Okay.
Blossom will go blue, which is exciting for her because she can actually see that color.
Yay.
Mood.
Okay, so you now have the ability until further stated to turn your disguise on and off.
Ooh, neat.
You grow into this like dragonborn creature. It has a tail, though it's a little different than some dragonborn, I guess. Yeah, looks a little different.
At some point while this is happening, does King Jax explain anything, or?
I just kind of walk in, sit down, and just start like eating just like the fantasy equivalent of a bag of chips. And I'm just, so I'm ready to go to hell whenever everyone else is.
I think Blossom's like sitting at the table across from King Jax, staring at her hand and just like drinking from her flask, just not even saying anything.
Oh yes, friends. So I asked Tiamat for a quick little favor, a little boon, if you will, and she was willing to help us with the whole disguisey bit when we go to hell. And hopefully this also covers our mortal sense as well, because it's my understanding that demons can see past petty disguises.
Uh,
I mean, Thunder could. She's down there.
I mean, that is true. I don't know, are like draconic folks, like, I guess they're cool in the hells then? Well, I mean, I guess if Tiamat's hanging out there, I don't really get how this shit works.
We're also supposed to look for a bunch of scales down there. Not sure if they're physical or metaphorical yet. Still, jury's out.
Like Tiamat, like dragon scales, or like some kind of weighing thing?
Well, that's what I was wondering. I was wondering if it was like a sort of like metaphorical way of saying, go find my servants, because they're all scales, like the whole one body, one church bullshit that some things do.
Shit. Yeah, see, this is why you're like, I don't know, the religious one.
Yes.
Did not think of that.
The gods work in mysterious ways, indeed. And interpreting that mystery, and he holds up what he's smoking, is what I need this for.
Valid. Well, I guess, I don't know. What's our next step, y'all?
How many bones did I find?
Sorry, you found 12 bones.
Nice.
Congratulations.
So we have disguises. We have a small amount of currency. Now we need someone to show us where to go.
You're muted, Kate. You're nude! Ha ha!
Not anymore. I was about to say, well, didn't I look at that book? But I was like, oh, right, I did the 12th, not the 9th. Never mind. Oh, well, did I... Bryn, do you think you and I would have shared notes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll chime in and say, well, I mean, I guess it would have to have a teleportation circle. Fuck. Because I was going to say, well, we could just teleport there, but then again, I don't think we can teleport to another plane. Dumb things. But I realized, or Bryn and I discovered, that the 9th and the 12th planes are both ruled by the same person. Or the Pale Knight was in charge of the 9th at one point and isn't anymore. Is that right?
I think she still is, according to books, but it's unclear what's become of her or where she actually is.
Cool. Okay. I know her residence is in the 12th, and she supposedly still rules the 9th. I realize what I just said provided no information at all and was quite useless. I will shut up now.
I personally would like to start on the 9th level, considering one of our quest objectives is there, and I know that for a fact.
Sure, that works for me.
That said, maybe having a local to show us where to go would be useful.
I mean, we could try and call in some more favors with Grub, I guess.
That's true. It might be worth a shot.
Or maybe one of Cheetrix people, one of the rat demons. Like, we might be able to convince somebody to show us in there as like a guide if we're convince them we can protect them or whatever.
Or at the very least, give us a map or something.
That's true. Can't hurt to try, I guess.
Yeah. Who should we contact first?
Shit, I don't know. I feel like I haven't really been making the best, my votes haven't really gone the best way recently, so I'm
I wonder
open to
if we could
suggestions.
contact Cal and get him to meet us somewhere.
Oh yeah, we gotta go find
That's
your
true.
boyfriend. I forgot about that.
He's not my. All right. Does anyone have a way to actually contact people across planes or anything like
Once
that?
we get there, I can use my telepathy stone thing.
Ugh. What if Thunder's already like got to him again though?
Good point. Good point.
I mean, like, I want to find him and save him, but I'm worried if we, like, tip our hat right away. I don't know what else to do. Grub also did say he's been gone for a while, so maybe things are too different. Maybe it would be
He
good
did
to
not
have
s-
someone there more recently.
He did not strike me as someone who would be eager to return.
But with his new souped-up dragon-disguised allies, and Kane Jack's having way too much fun with his new dragon form.
Ask Grub for directions. Do you remember how that ended?
Well,
Because I do.
All right, I can call him up. Grub and I are pretty tight. It's either that or Tawn Tenderlove.
That's not called Grub.
All right, I don't
Vetoed.
remember anybody mentioning him.
No, vetoed,
That's okay.
not happening.
Well, he does belong there. I was just bringing him home.
We don't know if he's even ever been to hell.
As I said, he belongs there, though, right?
That's true. I frequently tell him
Wow.
to go there, but I would not trust him to lead us through it.
He might know where Cal is, though. He's the fucker who sent him there.
That is true.
Damn, all right, I don't know. Somebody else make a choice. And Blossom just, like, sits down and takes a sip of her spiked coffee.
What is the option least likely to get us killed quickly? Awesome.
Just silence.
Great. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Excellent.
Look, most of the friends we've made either want to kill us or
No, that's
Oh.
it.
yeah, or they know we're absolutely incompetent and don't want to help us.
And we'll get ourselves killed, essentially.
A rat feed might be the best bet. They seem relatively neutral and they're pretty recent denizens of the place.
Can't hurt, I guess.
Yeah.
I like Chris just
Just drink.
Chris just keeps throwing out every note he makes as we like sound like we're about to make a decision.
All right, what the heck? We'll call up Cal, see if he can meet us somewhere, and we'll have him be our guide.
can't call Cal until we're on the same plane as he is.
Then we get the hell. Let's get the hell first and then give Cal a call. We just kind of sit tight until he gets there.
I think that was part of the problem, was we don't know how to get to hell, right?
I thought we found a fancy pantsy thing.
Teleportation circle thing. We can get
Oh,
there.
right. Okay.
I
Do
know
we have
Pearl was
a
trying to
way-
figure it out. I don't know if they did yet.
Do we have a way to get back?
Also,
the-
Pearl.
The thing can log onto us and re-summon us back again.
All right.
You
Good.
have a way to get there. You have a way to get back. You just don't have a way to navigate the area without relying on dice rolls.
We have no in between.
Which is fine if we want to go that route. I'm not gonna railroad y'all into something, but
I mean, having a plan there and back is like 2 steps of a plan more than the wrong turns usually have.
All right, wait.
So I'm proud of us.
Wait, shit. Okay, if we can
Doing
get it
great.
out, just go in, contact Cal, get out, and come back and check later.
Not a plan, actually.
it takes 10 minutes for the device to lock onto you to get you out of there.
Okay, if
Okay,
things
so
get hairy, we walk on.
So we go in, we like just yell Cal's name, ask him for a map,
Yes.
and then like zonk out of there, and then come back later after we've studied the map. Well, after you have studied the map, I'm not going to look at it.
I mean, I don't think we're literally screaming for him.
Telepathically with this. Yeah.
And like those spells and stuff will still work there. I don't know how that works.
It should. I don't see why it wouldn't.
Unless
Sweet.
there's something within the hells itself that's blocking a certain type of magic or communication, everything should work as normal.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna find the magic cell phone in here. I'm gonna find the magic phone. We have one of those here, right?
What?
We had
The
one
sending stone or whatever we have.
I mean,
caught
yeah.
My sending stone.
Yeah, Bryn
Ah,
has
it's
it.
yours. All right, Bryn, make a quick collect call to Grub. See if Grub's willing to do it.
Okay.
Sending stone, cellular phone, same thing.
I knew we had one in the party. I just couldn't remember who.
Yeah, it's in my little circlety thing. Yeah, okay, I'll send a message to Grub. See. Hello, Grub. This is the wrong turns. We require some assistance navigating the hells. If you would be willing to help us, please let me know.
Just a long pause. Why are you going to hell? I have a successful business now. I just can't be taking days off. Hope you understand.
We are trying to save the world.
Please don't go.
Well, we have to go. We would appreciate some help while we're there.
All right. Well, I hope I see you when you get back. I really looking
Oh,
forward to it.
offer him
10%
bones.
off at Grubhub.
Offer him some of the bones.
I forgot about Grub. I don't. They're not useful for currency here.
Offer him money then. I've got plenty.
Grub, is there anything we could offer you that would let you help us navigate the hells? Because we really would like to come back alive.
Literally nothing. Find somebody else. Sorry.
Okay, well, thank you for your time, Grub.
It's like
He said no.
It's like getting a job rejection letter. Thank you for your application. However,
Look, I get you want to go to hell, but buddy, I can't help you out. I'm sorry.
I regret to inform you I am not interested in accompanying you for an adventure at this time.
we regret to inform you that we are unable to provide our expedition services into hell at this time.
Okay,
however,
so
we will
Grub
keep
said
your
no.
we will keep your resume in place should an opening come up.
And then they'll email us a year from now. Grub will call us back a year from now and be like, okay, guys, let's do it now.
And we're already dead, so the call doesn't go through.
All right, well, what's our next, I guess, plan? Wing it?
That demon?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's just. Who?
The rat
Sure.
demon?
Oh, yeah. Why didn't we think of that?
Like, he might be
I
able to
did.
just send someone with us, I guess.
Yeah, okay. I will try them. Hello. This is the Hunters.
Chris can't right now.
We require a guide to the 9 hells as we intend to take a journey there very soon. We would really appreciate it if one of your people could step in and guide us. Thank you very much. If anyone is willing, please let me know.
You hear another long pause, as you always do with sending spells. I could send someone. Tell me where you are, and I will send them.
I give them our location.
Yeah, I thought we told the Rat King our location already, so they should already
Okay.
be able to send them.
Cool.
The Rat King is fucking nutcracker shit.
Right? That's all I'm gonna be able to picture now. Thanks, Alex.
Just this fiendish rat in like a pink tutu.
No, it's like one of the sweet, like, hats
Oh,
and stuff
oh.
that, like, the soldiers wear and
Oh yeah.
He
The
says,
ballet.
Tim Curry's voice.
I will send an ally of mine to help you.
I'm very afraid who this ally is.
Merci beaucoup.
instant regrets.
All right, so is there anything else we want to
This
do
was
while
a
we
bad
wait for
decision.
this ally to appear?
How long has it been? I guess just like a few days, because I know we had talked about taking time with like Orion's thing or something. I don't know. Like, my
Yeah.
thoughts are, is it worth going to see if Mr. Micah has had time to maybe make some healing jellies we could take with us to hell?
It's probably it's
Probably
worth
smart.
it. Yeah.
Okay, then I think we should go see if Mr. Micah's got anything we might be able to use.
Okay, so you go down to the beach where he's at. He has a new shop that is kind of rustic and not set up super well yet. It's not decorated, but it's right on the shore. And you go up to his little shop, and he already has his little makeshift sign hung outside, Mr. Micah's Jellies, and you walk in and you can see the nails clearly like peeling off already. He didn't do a great job. And you walk in and he's behind the desk, and has little tinker's goggles on, working on something. He's munching on some jelly or something. He looks up, he's like, "Oh, hello, Wrong Turns. Is there anything I can do for you?"
Hello, Mr. Micah. We were wondering if you have any healing jellies ready for purchase.
"Oh, well, I suppose if it's for you, I have a couple." And he goes back into his storage room and starts rumbling around. He brings out 4 vials and sets them on the counter. He's like, "Well, it would have been 5, but I just dropped one." And he points to like the ground where there's a splattered jelly that's kind of crawling away.
Classic.
How much for the lot?
"Oh, well, it's free. You own the town now. I can't quite be charging you."
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Micah. I will take them, and I will give him 200 gold anyway.
"You are very kind, very kind. Someday I will have a big boat, and we will go for big boat rides."
Oh my god, Mr. Micah.
Don't bring the hells to Mr. Micah, please.
I know, you better not kill him, Chris.
Well, yeah.
Also, with all the cannibalistic, well, not cannibalistic, carnivorous
wait.
jellies.
Whoa.
That, wrong C word. With all the carnivorous jellies Mr. Micah has, we probably could have sourced bones from him.
That's
Oh,
pretty
valid.
That's true. Should we ask? Hey, Mr. Micah, do you happen to have any bones?
He kind of looks at the door, looks back to you. He's like, "Did somebody send you?"
No, we are just here.
He reaches
do you
under the
have?
counter. He hands you 1 bone.
Excellent. Merci, Mr. Micah.
"Have a good day." He
And
looks
you.
very sly.
What just happened?
"I gave you an extra bone."
I now have 13 bones.
I know, but the implications to Mr. Micah now.
Yeah, wait, who sent you?
Not the fantasy IRS. It's fine.
You won't get audited. It's cool.
Okay, I rejoin the party. I give 2 jellies to Shield Bomb and 2 to Cane Jax. Actually, no. 2 to Shield Bomb, 1 to Cane Jax, 1 to Blossom.
Thank you. Hopefully we won't need these, but I'm real
But we
glad
always
got
do.
'em. Yeah, you're right.
So is there any like last minute like goodbyes or anything like that you want to have? Because other than that, we're gonna have the special guest arrive and you're gonna leave pretty much.
Ooh, I guess Blossom would want to go say bye to her dad just in case I get murdered in hell.
By his sister.
Yep, like you do. Looking for his missing wife.
So you go find your dad, and he's kind of Captain Morganing on a barrel of ale, telling a story to
Classic.
the wandering dust. Yeah. Now that your dad is not possessed, he's much more chill. You can see that he's kind of, people are already looking to him as like a makeshift leader of sorts, and there's a bunch of cat folk kind of gathered around, even some kids listening to his tall tales. You do recognize the stories as maybe illegal things that he has done at some point, but he puts a
Nice.
twist on them to make himself the good guy. And he looks over, he's like, "Oh, Blossom, welcome. You're just in time for the story."
Yeah, I can't wait to hear how it ends this time. And I'll just like sit down to let him finish and hear it.
Sure. He ends you on a cliffhanger where he just narrowly escapes the evil bandits who are actually town guards in your telling of the story.
That scans.
And then he walks up and, you know, he kind of helps you up and you kind of walk off so you can actually talk.
I liked that version.
Yes, thank you. It was a new thing I'm trying. I'm trying to not be as impressionable to the younger generation.
You know, I mean, it worked. I liked it. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm gonna be heading out of town for a while. I'm not really sure when I'll be back, but hopefully maybe I'll get some new leads on Ma.
Just let me know what I can do. I feel, I don't know, guilty. I feel like you've done more for the Wandering Dust than I ever have in my X amount of years.
Nah, I mean, things have been pretty fucked up, so I think, I think you're doing great, Da.
Well, thank you, but sincerely, you have given them a place to live, a place of peace where they don't have to steal and barter, beg.
Well, it's nice to have everybody here, actually. Never seen so many of us in, like, one place like this.
That is true, actually. It is kind of fun to see the younger generation, and I hope that someday they'll have a leader that they can tell real stories of heroics from, rather than my tall tales.
Well, I think your tales are great. I mean, you asked if there was anything maybe you could do. I don't know if, I mean, it might be kind of weird to try to remember, but have any of your memories from times with On Thunder come back yet? Like, do you, I don't know, remember maybe anything she might have said about what she's up to in, like, the hells or something when she goes there? Just like out of curiosity.
Sure, it seems that the Carnival, that everything that we've done has been somewhat of a front, and that she was trying to bridge the gap for some sort of powerful demon that I think that you've encountered by now.
Yeah, I don't know if you got to actually see any of them when they came to King Jax's town, but we did have a little run-in with this person called Matriarch. She's the one who took out Bulin.
Right, I did see her, unfortunately, and has King Jax ever inquired about the way in which Bulin died? I don't want to tell him out of context, but it might be helpful to know.
I mean, far as I know, he hasn't, like, asked for the nitty-gritty details.
Well, I'll let him do it on his terms, but if he ever wants to talk, I did see Bulin die, so...
Is there something I should know while we're, like, hunting this lady down?
Well, it's just there was no body. I don't know if that's typical with Arch existences and gods, and heavens know that we don't really mess with them, but I've never seen someone die and not leave behind something.
That is weird. Well,
I just thought it was of note. I don't know if it means anything, but
yeah. I mean, he might like to come and talk to somebody who actually, saw Bulin's last moments sometime. I don't know if he's ready now, but I'll let him know, Da. Thanks.
Sure. Well, I try to be the most useful I can while I'm here.
I know you were trying to learn how to, like, maybe try to, like, find where Mom might be. I did get a small lead, at least, from my friend Saren. She knows that Ma, at least a few weeks ago, wasn't on this plane, for what that's worth. I don't know where, though.
Well, I guess I'm happy that she's on a plane, but not happy that she's not on ours.
Right? I mean, it means she's still around somewhere. So maybe I'll get some new leads.
Please let me know what I can do. I'm afraid that my teachings died with Bulin, and I can't really practice the arcane yet. He wasn't through teaching me at the time of his passing.
Huh. Have you met my friend Pearl by any chance?
No, I've kind of stayed in the village.
Oh. I mean, I could take you to meet them now if you like, and I'll just sort of, like, start heading back to the castle, and I'll explain to my Da that Pearl's, maybe not as good as Ma, but...
As you walk, we don't have to go through the whole conversation, but he does say that, you kind of bond over the fact that you never quite caught on to magic with your dad. And he was like, it's just so difficult, right? And kind of
is!
And he just kind of echoes your sentiment on it.
Oh, that's nice.
All right. Anybody else?
Adrian will go up to Callan and just put an arm, like put a hand on his shoulder and say, "I'll be back soon."
Okay, you always are. He just kind of shrugs. He's just not scared at all.
King Jax is penning a few letters.
Did you you want any souvenirs while I'm in hell?
Oh, you're going to hell? Oh my god. Well, he
Yeah, I'll
runs
be right
off.
back.
He runs off to his bedroom and he's like, "Well, I was kind of hoping to see a demon someday."
I don't know if I can bring one back, but if a head keeps in my bag, we'll see about it.
Okay. He just smiles big. He runs off, grabs his wooden sword, and is sparring with the children of the village.
All right, I'll see you later.
Bye.
Where did he get that sword?
My source gave it to me, and he's just kind of fighting in the background.
All right, sorry about that. I thought Adrian was doing her usual. I'm going to say 2 words, and that's about the most emotional interaction you'll get out of me. King Jax is penning a few letters to some friends and loved ones as he's about to set off. And then he finishes, "And to my brother, I give you my maul, should it work its way back to the material plane. Also, don't touch Scream Hoarder." Love King Jax. And like he's like writing one for Aurora, for Keith, and just like all of his friends.
Aurora's not here yet, is she?
No. And then Kane Jax will walk up to Hancock and be like, "Well, should anything happen?" And he hands the letters to Hancock. "I need you to take care of notifying friends and loved ones for me, please."
Of course. Well, I will definitely do that, Master King Jax, but I have utmost confidence that nothing will happen to you or the rest of the Wrong Turns.
Well, that makes one of us. Look, I've never been to hell, bud. I'm kind of scared.
Ah, well, let me tell you the story of Lord Cinderin of Telencia. And he goes into this long story about a paladin who, he thinks it's a really good story at first, and then he's like, oh, actually, he kind of ended up being kind of a dick. And then he's like, at the end, he's like, well, perhaps that wasn't the best story to embolden you.
No, I mean, I guess, heroes don't go to hell, right?
Yeah, I guarantee you will not go to hell, friend.
Well, thank you again, Hancock, and I left the castle to you.
Oh, wow. Hancock is really moving up in the world. And he just kind of walks off dusting the floor.
Dusting the floor. He's like, I gotta get myself a knife. They come back alive, I'm killing those fuckers.
Hancock's just waiting at the portal. The Pearl's dead in the background.
All right, that's all I needed to do.
Okay.
Convoy took a turn.
Yeah. Next, anybody else?
Quill's not here, is he? He's still dealing with his stuff.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. Never mind that. I'm just gonna go sit on the beach because no one I know is here except for the people I'm going to hell with. So
I'll go hang with Saren.
Yeah, when I'm done with my business, I'll just hang on the beach with Saren.
Okay, so y'all kind of gather on the beach and hang out under the stars, and it's very reminiscent of the picnic you had the day prior on top of the mountain peak where you all kind of fell asleep under the canopy of trees. You kind of fall asleep to the stars, and the stars are beautiful on this island, just the way that it's lined up. There's very good views here, there's nothing in sight, and you just kind of all fall asleep wherever you will. So the next day you wake up to a rattling on the door as somebody's knocking on the door of your keep as you all find your way back up there, one way or the other.
Go answer it.
Outside of the keep, you see a handsome tiefling man. He's just God's gift to the world. And
You
he knows
son
it.
of a bitch. The stream is done.
I'm leaving.
voluntary TPK.
And
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Let me guess, it's fucking Tawn Tenderlove.
you hear
Fuck!
Tawn
No!
say,
Door in his face. Fuck you, Ton.
All right, I guess you don't want a guide then. And
Fuck
he's-
you. We're gonna call Cal.
Yeah, no, we don't.
I'll be on the beach if you need me.
Good.
Or when you need me.
No.
Wait, how do you know, Cheat Trick? Let's just fucking figure that part out first, at least. That is actually pretty important to know.
I'll
I
tell,
opened the door a sliver.
I'll tell you when we get to hell.
Nope. You're
Nope.
going to tell us now.
All right, well, I've been to hell before. I'm not
That
not one of
sounds
those
like you.
tieflings who have never seen their roots. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I'm
What
sure
circle?
you'll be back there again one day.
Well, it's
For
different
good.
now than it used to be, but I was once on the third circle. Let's just say I have some family.
You have
Shit.
some friends in low places.
Nice. Just like high
His
five
only
Adrian.
friends are in low places.
Wait, which one are we going to again? I
9.
forgot. 9. What do you know about the 9th level? Lair? Circle? What is it?
Zero.
Blossom's
Sounds
like
awful.
clearly been sort of like half listening to everybody's research.
Taunton kind of peers in the little slit in the door. He's like, and you are drunk. We need to fix that before we get there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. You see him kind of wave a hand, and you kind of feel a little sober for a second.
Oh, that was good stuff. What a waste.
He's like, all right, well, I'll be on the beach if you need me. I'm not going to tell you too much without getting to come myself, but
Is there something you get out of coming with us besides like whatever I guess you might owe Cheat Trick?
oh, I don't owe him anything. He's just a friend. I guess just a family reunion, I guess you could say. I miss warmer climates.
That I actually do get, but not necessarily to this extent.
He's
Right,
just,
because this island is still kind of chilly too, right?
Yeah. It's winter. I mean, kind of. It's like fall. He has this like shit-eating grin the whole time he's talking to you all.
Yeah, Blossom's just glaring at him the whole time. I don't know. I'll turn to the others and be like, what do y'all think? I mean, I know what we think, but like, what do we think?
Ajax comes back, and you probably heard him screaming in the other room. Oh, come fucking on!
He drops his
Done.
accent to scream.
Doesn't
Aw.
even say beans. I'm shocked.
He
No.
switched to giant for the yelling.
He's actually swearing for this yelling, using some choice words that Blossom taught him.
Oh, now I feel a little bad.
Well, it's Tom Thunderlove we're talking about, though.
Yeah,
Fuck
man.
that guy.
Yeah, but KJ is just so good.
He yells through the cracked door again. Have you even thought of a plan? Do you know how to navigate the endless maze? Do you know where you're going? Do you know which door to enter?
Well, yeah, it's the first door on the left. Everyone knows that.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoy Driller's Hive. I will.
All right, fine. You can come with. Ugh, you've convinced me. But I swear to Tiamat and all that is holy, Mr. Tenderlove, you one wrong move and it's for
I don't know
you.
if Tiamat's holy.
Have I ever lied to you?
Yes.
Yes!
Literally.
About what?
A lot of
Everything!
I think you're bringing past transgressions into this new business relationship.
No beans. That's how business works.
Ton.
Yes.
Before we set foot in the house, you should know. I have been practicing, and I have learned several things since the last time we met. And if you cross us, even if you mildly irritate us, I can make your life very, very unpleasant and very short.
A living hell, one would say.
You know what,
No, don't
Necromancer?
say that. He'd like hell.
You know what, Necromancer? I give you permission to do that if I betray you in any way, shape, or form. I just want to go home. You all have the means to do so. I'm afraid I don't anymore. And it would be great to see some old friends that I could, of course, introduce you with and perhaps make more business partners that have more of a lay of the land than even I.
How the fuck does Ton know she's a necromancer? There's like one living person who knows that.
Yeah. Maybe
I
that
know
was
this
the
man.
Shit.
maybe that was the DM saying that.
Damn it, I had a thing and Sam, it's gone.
Well, you all take a vote. I will be mingling with the pedestrians. This island is lovely, by the way.
Thanks. It's ours now.
For now. And he kind of walks down the cliffside.
I'm gonna steal all his shit.
How do
Can I
we
just
feel about
teleport him
murder
somewhere?
Shit, did I say that out loud?
Remind me, how do we feel about murder again?
Look, we own this island, and I think we make the laws. I think under certain
Oh, yeah.
circumstances, murder can be
I mean-
excused. This is our land.
Does
We
it
can do what we want.
Does it count as murder if we're in the hells?
No, isn't that actually encouraged there?
I have no idea.
You could
I
get
mean,
more
it's
bones
still
out
murder,
of
but like,
Tom.
who's going to
We
do
could
something
get more
about
bones
it?
out of him.
Wait, how many bones are in the average tiefling?
208. It's
Yeah.
206 plus 2 for the horns.
Oh yes, I'm sure the horns catch quite a price, and also there's souls to think about too.
All right, but like seriously, legit, we like actually don't know the fucking first thing about where we're going. I don't know how much he actually knows, but if Cheetrick thinks he'll be a good guide, that dude owes us like his house right now, so I don't think he's got too much motivation to fuck us over.
Yeah, plus we're like the only hope of stopping Matriarch, so Cheap Trick we're Cheap Trick's last hope.
That's true. I mean, like, not necessarily his last hope, I guess. I don't know. But we did see the rat folks, like, fight with us in that last Chaos Storm. So I feel like that's pretty solid confirmation they're not gonna sell us out to Matriarch necessarily.
Yeah.
They were willing to stand up to her like fighters.
You know, and I guess Ton doesn't have a reason to screw us over in hell either. He kind of gets left behind with only himself to fend for. And the only person to fight for him, and knowing how cowardly he is, he's not going to actually fight demons. And I'm saying this with him right there. I'm like saying it out
No,
loud.
he left, didn't
No,
he?
he went to the
Yeah,
beach.
he left.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
he went
gone.
to the beach? Oh, damn. I wanted them to hear me roast him.
Well, I don't know. I'd say I think it's worth it because I seriously don't have too many better plans. Like, we can still get there and try to call Cal and see if he's got, you know, a better lay of the land at least. Then we can fucking
Yeah.
ditch Ton if we want to.
True. All right, I like this plan. When we get to hell, Bryn, you give Cal a old ringy dingy on the old cell stone, and then if Tom proves that be pretty incapable, we ditch him in the lake of lava or something.
All right, I'm down with that.
This is
It
such a
works for me.
gamble. Such a
What?
gamble by me to give you the worst NPC, the most hated NPC in hell.
This is how you know how fucking desperate we are, Chris.
I feel like he was planning this all along.
Listening to us go through all the NPCs. We mentioned Ton, we're like, nope, nope, nope. And he's like, boom, that's the one.
Yep.
All right.
He wanted us to have the conversation just so he could hear us out loud say, God, no, anyone but Ton, so then he could throw Ton at us.
We're on to you.
Yep, I mean, I'm not going to deny it.
All right. I guess let's go see if Pearl's got shit figured out.
Well, oh, do we want to deal with Scream Order first?
Oh, fuck yeah, that thing like wanted to go to hell
We should not do that.
with Ton around.
Yeah, especially.
Yeah. Shit,
Give
we're...
it to him.
No! No voice in the sky! Seriously though, do we want to leave it with someone, or we could try to, I guess, stash it somewhere?
Could we put it in your portal? Or did it do anything?
I mean, it stays there all the time right now anyway, but my concern is I still, like, end up using that thing for a lot of other stuff, so I don't know
Right.
if opening it while it's in hell will, like, I don't know, let
And-
shit happen.
To be morbid, if we die and someone finds Blossom's portable hole and
Valid.
opens it and Scream Order is inside, that would be very bad.
That is true. I really, like, yeah.
I'm also concerned because Scream Hoarder seemed to really like hell a lot.
Yeah.
Wanted to like go on a little vacation there before. And if Blossom does need to get into the hidey hole for whatever reason, be it hiding or drinking, I respect that choice. We don't want Scream Hoarder getting any funny ideas.
We can try and
Is there-
hide it.
A basement or a cellar or something in this house?
I'm
Yeah.
hiding in the greenhouse. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you've
Okay.
got a wine cellar that Blossom built, I think, right? So-
Nice.
Shield Mom, I will need your assistance. Or do we want to put it on top of the mountain, or do we want to put it below the cellar?
We can go to the top of the mountain. I can do that.
Okay, let's bury it at the top of the mountain.
All right, let's do it.
Well, you have fun. I'll stay back here and prep the teleportation circle.
Pearl's
That's
like,
what-
I don't need any help. I'm really fine.
I was waiting for it. I was like, that's when someone's gonna be like, oh no, we're all good here.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, so you climb the mountain peaks and you bury Scream Hoarder 6 feet under, and it lies restless.
Awesome. Do you want to set up a trap or something?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Might as well be worth a shot. I can try to like rig a rudimentary something up.
Yeah, you got it. Easy enough to do with all the time in the world. You set up a few like bear traps and like poison dart traps, stuff like that.
I do definitely have those things.
I painted danger, keep out signs. Stick it.
By order of wrong turns.
We make the laws. All right, so you all find yourself. So you're taking Ton or you're not taking Ton?
I think we're taking him.
How's
You know,
it
with the
Taking him,
plan-
but I swear to God, Chris, I swear to God, I will drop kick him into a lake of lava.
Please do. That's up to you. So you find yourself later in the day, the 6 of you, Ton wide-eyed, examining the teleportation circle that you've all built. So you stand on the cold stone platform. You watch as Pearl narrows in the giant glass lens above you. You all kind of instinctively brace for an impact as a bright light flashes and encapsulates your entire party. You blink and find yourself in a stone corridor. Those of you who can see in the dark, you see a faint crimson coating the walls. Your nose is met with the stench of death, rot, and sulfur as the air almost feels like a toxin in your lungs. The walls, jagged and uncarved, are sharp as a blade. In the distance you hear wails of misery and clattering chains. Behind you you hear skulking footsteps all around you. You quickly realize you're in a labyrinth. Welcome to the Endless Maze.
I'd like to give Cal a call.
What would you like to say?
Hello, Cal. This is the Wrong Turns. I'm here with Blossom. We are currently in the Endless Maze. We could use some assistance, or perhaps just a reunion if you're around. Maybe get back to me.
If you're free.
If you're free, we're in hell.
We're just in the area.
Yeah, I
just
just wanna meet up.
wondered if you were free.
Thought we could go get brunch, maybe.
Mimosas.
Flash mob, you know.
You get an instant response this time. He says, "Why are you here? You should go the fuck home."
It's a long story. I'm trying to find the staff. Blossom says hi.
Why is Blossom here too? I don't remember Cal's voice.
Oh, we are a group. We go places together.
All right. Well, has she considered ungrouping with you, the people that are going to hell? Have you asked?
No,
All right.
I
Cool.
think it's fine.
I'm on the 13th layer, doing some bullshit.
Okay. Well, we're in the Endless Maze.
Do you know the first thing about where you're at? Have you thought this through?
Not even a little.
Aaron knows a little bit. I know some bits and pieces. Like, we have sort of a plan.
You can just tell he's kind of face palming. He sits on the other side for a while. He's like, I don't know when I'll be able to leave the 13th layer.
Okay. I'll check in later. Keep me updated.
Yes, please get out of here as soon as you can. Okay?
Doing our best.
All right, bye.
All right, Delpha. So that's a no from Cal. He's busy.
He's busy.
He said he was on the 13th level doing some bullshit, so, like,
Checks
he
out.
back to us.
All right. Well, at least I don't know. Did he sound like him? Did he sound all mind controlled again or
Sounded
something?
fine. He said you should leave hell as soon as possible, which I agree.
I mean, that is our plan.
Yeah. What do I know about the Endless Maze? Like,
So you don't know much about it, but Ton never misses the opportunity to launch into a speech about it. And he tells you that the Endless Maze is kind of like the landing, the welcome area of Hell and the Abyss. It is kind of a place where you can traverse and find all the other lairs. So it's almost like Lair 1, if you will, but there's a portal to every single other lair inside of it. You just have to find it. Luckily, I've been here before, and I can take you right to any lair that you would like to know about.
Revisit your PR strategy. It's not very welcoming, welcome room.
I didn't make it.
Time to get to level 9.
Alright, well, the rest of you, try to stay quiet. We don't want that catching us. And you hear, he points over to the wall behind you, and you hear, like, rumbling footsteps, followed by, like, dragging chains, and something heavy is being dragged behind this creature. It's like, there are multiple in here. There's
What the
one...
fuck is that?
Oh, well, this is where Baphomet lives. Sorry, I always pronounce it incorrectly. And his little brood of demons. If they catch us, we'll probably die, but hopefully we can get away before then. At least you'll die, I mean.
We die, we take you with us. I'm just saying, man.
That seems fair. Alright, well, stay quiet and follow me then, please.
Before we head out,
Excellent.
I'd like to turn into my tiefling self, please.
You got it.
Activating dragon disguise.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think we all make sure we have our disguises on.
Sailor Moon transformations!
Ton watches you all. He's like, well, at least you came a little more prepared than I thought you would.
Yeah, we have like
told
12% of a plan at least. Sheesh.
I will say, in most lairs, that's gonna do you good, and you're gonna get by. But here, Baphomet doesn't really care about who he's hunting, so... Regardless, we should try to be quiet. Even I'm not safe here, and I'm literally from here, so...
Well,
Still good to know.
yeah, good to know, because I didn't bring one.
Alright. Great. This is a great day. Alright, stay quiet, please. I'd like you all to make stealth checks, if you would be so kind.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
For what it's worth, I think Blossom is like sticking close to Ton, pretty much like prepared to stab him if the mood strikes.
Fair enough.
Dexterity, right?
Yeah, dexterity stealth.
I got an 11. I stunted, if it matters.
Does not.
Nice.
It's-
18.
6 stunt points.
Whoa.
Nice. It was
I got
18.
13.
13.
Freaking Ton.
Abby, you're muted. What'd you say?
I said my dexterity is really bad,
Oh.
and I got a 9.
Okay. So you go for a while, and Ton's kind of leading the pack, kind of listlessly kind of tracing his hand against the wall, kind of getting some of the stagnant blood on him. And Shield Mom kind of taking up the rear. You hear eventually just a little trip over a stone, and one of her tower shields kind of smashes into the wall.
Nah, heck.
Ton looks
Oh.
back. He's like, perhaps we should pick up the pace. We did well for about a minute. That was pretty great.
I'm actually impressed. Good job, Shield Mom. Just thumbs up.
The
Like,
rest
I
of
mean
you-
that wasn't sarcastic.
The rest of you hear these like claws around the corner, and you hear these claws on stone. You turn around. Those of you who have dark vision, I know it's a little different in this system, but I think it's like half of you still. You turn back and you see these like gaunt minotaur forms. Blossom, these are the same ones that were when you fell into that hole in Carnivale, and you
Oh,
made your-
good.
Yeah, these are the same ones. They have like blisters and boils on them. They're gaunt. They have a long beard and like white glassed over eyes. And there's like a pack of 3 of them hunting together right now. You see them kind of looking down at the ground for like insects or something like that to eat, and they turn around and see you.
What are these?
Demonic minotaurs of some
They're
form.
They're just like boring through the ground for these things are gross. Ugh.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
hell.
Blossom legit still has nightmares about these things.
They
So
turn
we
to
should
you.
run. We should run. Let's run.
Ton's already running ahead. He's like, "Yeah, we're blown. We gotta go."
Cheese
Let's
it.
go, let's go! Blossom's like in a panic and bounces.
Yeah, you pass. So the 6 of you run as fast as you can together. All of you pretty athletic at this point. You pass like a 4-way intersection, and you look down the left and the right, and you see another pack of 3 of these minotaur demons. They kind of catch on to you at this point, and they group up with the other 3, and there's just this big pack of 9 running after you on the ceiling and crawling along and just chasing you down this corridor. You pass another two-way intersection on the right. You see this larger minotaur. His fur is black and purple, and he carries this long, jagged pike. And he's like, "Oh yes." Taunt's like, "Oh yeah, that one's gonna be a problem." And he just keeps running. He's like, "This way. I'd like you all to make Constitution stamina checks, please."
Sure can do.
I got a 15.
7. Not
Good.
good.
Yikes.
22.
20.
10.
Okay.
Oh, and I stunted, but that doesn't matter.
So Saren and Blossom, you kind of start falling behind. You're both quick, but you're both winded at this point. Adrian, you're just chilling. You know, this is like a daily 5K, a 5K trot through hell. And you're like ahead of Ton at this point. He's like, wait, please. And so Blossom and Saren, you watch as this large black and purple furred minotaur, his blood dripping down from the corners of his mouth. He has this large jagged pike. You watch as he just launches out with this pike swing at both of you, and it kind of scrapes the back of your clothing, but you're able to get away. Both of you instinctively at this point, or all of you, as you see him, know this is Baphomet himself. He's a very powerful demon lord, and he's right on your heels as the new entrance is into his lair.
Doing great.
Yep, so far so good.
Fantastic.
Our first roll in hell, y'all.
You had 2 failed rolls. So you get to... Ton keeps leading you, and you get to this dead end of the maze. You look back, and all the demonic minotaurs are crawling along the ceiling as Baphomet walks towards you. Ton touches the wall, and a panic looked in his eyes, and he says, "I swear, it was here. This was the corridor."
Ton.
And he's just, like, feverishly touching the wall. You hear heavy echoing footsteps, and you turn and see this dark, giant minotaur walking towards you with purpose, knowing that he has you cornered. Would you like to do anything?
Cry is a free action.
Blossom will try to assist Ton in finding like a hidden door if there is one, thinking
Bryn
that
as well.
she's good at it.
Okay.
I'll just be like, does this place like change a lot or something? Like, does he redecorate?
Yes.
I don't trust this fucking place. It could be an illusion, so I'm like running my hands along the walls, like.
It's a stone slab. You can't find anything. You watch as Baphomet continues towards you.
Are the walls like connected to the ceiling at the top, or is it the
Yeah.
walls end and then shit? Okay, never mind.
He continues towards you.
Hold on. Ah!
Wait, it's a new system, Chris.
I got a scroll of teleportation if we're really desperate, but
It takes a minute.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna cast Jolt.
Okay, what does Jolt do?
I send a little bolt of electricity, and I hope that he sucks at stamina and gets stunned by it.
Okay, what does he need to roll?
He's gonna have to roll Constitution stamina.
Oh. 19.
He does pass. Yeah, but I stunted. I did spell stunt. Hold
Nice.
on now.
Do something good.
Chris, you can be mad at me.
Stunts only count on successful rolls. Did you meet your target number?
I did meet my
Okay.
target number. My target number is 11, and I stunted with 2 6s, so we good. And I have 6 stunt points to spend. Oh Jesus! All right, I'm going to the spell stunts.
Oh man.
I have a spell that might be useful, but it's a lot.
No. All right, I'm going to use Imposing Spell for 4 stunt points. The effect of the spell is much more dramatic than usual. Until the beginning of my next turn, anyone attempting to make a melee attack against you must make a successful willpower courage test. And that target number is equal to 10 plus my willpower. And if they fail, they must take a move or defend action instead. So I'm going to use that. And then I'm going to do skillful casting, so it costs less for myself as well for
Okay.
2. So
Okay, so
he's
you
gonna take
watch. Oh,
2
go ahead.
damage.
Okay.
He takes 2
damage.
damage still.
So you watch as King Jax like slams his maul on the ground, and this spark of electricity goes out towards Baphomet. Baphomet takes it in stride and just continues towards you all. At this very same moment, you hear the stone slide to the right, and it slides open where Ton has pried his finger between the stone and the other wall, and he pulls you all through it. Right as Baphomet is taking his attack with his Heart Seeker cleaver. And you all end up in a pile on top of each other in this mountain peak with the stone door slammed behind you. You see Ton standing there. You should have seen your faces. That was the best thing I've done ever.
I slap him.
That was hilarious. He takes it. He's like, yeah, that's fair.
Ton, we're in hell.
Like to fire Ton.
It was
Ton.
hilarious.
I'm gonna yoink him up by the neck, and I'm gonna push him against the wall, and be like,
I'm gonna push him.
I walk up to him. I'm gonna push him. Ton, we are literally in the middle of fucking hell right now. Now is not the time for your little games. You know, it's one thing to make me a fugitive in Maywood, sure, whatever. But we're in hell right now. Do you understand that?
All right, I'm sorry. It was just like a little hazing thing. It's your first time here. I won't do anything else. I'll lead you through the
Look.
city of Dis unabated.
Look, there are demon lords just chilling here and wanted to cleave us despite our wonderful disguises. So, no more pranks, or else it's bloop swimmy time for you.
You got it. All powerful wrong turns. I am so sorry. Truly.
I'm gonna
I'm
lean
pretty
over.
sure he's mocking us.
I'm gonna lean over to
Oh, he
Blossom.
definitely is.
Next chance when Cal gets here, got him.
But like 3 steps ahead of you, man.
Okay, so in front of you, you look outward and you see a large winding city. The obsidian walls glow with heat at the edges, and spikes protrude from them. 2 mountains stand on the side of the city like bookends. Flows of lava course down from the mountains and into the city like some sort of demented serpent. You are on layer 9 of whatever this place is, and this is the city of Dis.
Dis city.
Dis City.
Nice.
We built Dis City.
We're trying to get to the Pale Knight's office. Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as I know, that seems to be what I was shown.
Yep.
Okay. Don,
Yes.
we are looking for the Pale Knight headquarters.
Oh, well, I haven't been here in some time, and things seem a little rearranged, but I can take you to someone who will know more than me, and then you'll be rid of me.
Dope.
Oh.
Nice.
He is my cousin, though, and he begins walking down towards the city.
Right.
She's got like a really nice cousin. You know how my brother's kind of a dick, and then there's me, who's this wonderful cinnamon roll of a yeti.
Living in
Perhaps
the
that's
hells, though.
You never know.
Feel like we do.
Pretty good idea.
Honestly, I'm starting to think Asmodeus would be better company than Tom Tenderlove. Okay.
I heard that.
Yeah, you were probably supposed
We
to.
don't give a fuck.
Meant for you two.
Have you ever thought about joining a guild? I think you'd all be perfect for it.
Have you ever thought about shutting up?
Thought about it once.
I
Just
can see you
once?
didn't follow through with that course of action.
Didn't seem like me. So you enter as you're kind of
And after
exchanging insults.
when he's trying when he says oh you wouldn't know, it's like at like the really most terrible time to say he's gonna King Jack's like, well I know you are, but what am I? Like, and it doesn't even make any sense.
Amazing. So he leads you, and you enter into this looming doorway. Inside, you see fiends of all sorts, ranging from leather-winged hulks of a creature down to small, minuscule beings made of flesh, being held together only by whatever torment that they've endured while they have been here.
Cool.
The entire city is polluted by like this dense fog, and it kind of permeates the city streets. Even through this, you can tell that this city is very populated. There are demons around every corner. The good news is your disguises do seem to be holding up, so nobody really bats an eye at essentially Abishai walking through the street. And tieflings.
Well, That's good.
Ton winds you through the city streets. At times, he gets a little too far away for your comfort because it is so crowded, but he does come back to you. But it's always that moment of like, oh, that fucker left us. Pretty much eternally for the next minute. He leads you through these city streets where there's a fiendish market of sorts, and there's this big there's this plump demon kind of sitting on a stool, and he's auctioning off all sorts of ghastly weapons and vials of blood, amulets of some sort, all with different insignias indicating some sort of fiend. And the most jarring thing probably is little cages that are labeled with different types of souls in them that you can purchase for X amount. Ton winds through and he knocks on this door eventually. You hear him say, "Hello, I'm here for Zazz. Tell him his cousin is here. It's good to be home." There's a little slit in the door and it slams shut. And he looks out and he says, "Well, it seems like you have time to do what you wish within the city. If you want to go shopping or anything like that, it'd be a good time before Zazz is ready to see you." And I take my leave.
Did the souls have a price on them?
Yep, the souls are 30 bones each. There's about 5 souls.
I only have 13 bones, so
What are you gonna do with souls?
set them free.
Oh, good point.
You watch as this like plump demon individual, he has several horns, like 3 or 4 protruding from his balding head. And he's doing a lot of business today. He's selling amulets left and right. They seem to be the cheapest thing. And you kind of just watch and you kind of take in this environment that none of you have ever been to, and you realize it's not that much different. It's just a little grosser. At least this layer.
Excuse me, good merchant of goods. And I'm like in my dragon form, and I'm like trying to be like snarl and add like snarls and shit in between each word, and it's not very good. Just like, good evening, good merchant.
Are you speaking in common?
I'm attempting to speak. I'm gonna speak giant, because like fire giants and like hell giant and stuff. So
Okay.
I'm sure I could get away with that.
He kind of spins over on his little stool to you, not really moving. He says, "Ah, yes, purveyor. Good morning. How are you?"
Oh, it's morning. Oh, yes, of course it's morning. How silly. I've been living here for like years now. I do well. I do well. Tell me, so what you got for sale here, man?
"Ah, of course, of course." And he motions over. He's like, "Well, the most important thing are weaponry, of course, to, gut a few demons if they cross you."
Oh, I've already got a scream hoarder. Thank you, though.
Oh. Interesting. Well, I have a pike of the wretched if you wish, and he leans over to this like obsidian pike that is jagged in all sorts of places that you wouldn't normally expect. So that it can make your enemies bleed.
How much we talking?
I would part with this for 10 bones.
And do you have like a no curse guarantee? Like, I've been screwed over by a few of these hell merchants because they think they're really funny stuff. Like that Ton Tenderlove fella. Do not trust him. If you see him, throw him in a lake of lava instantly.
I unfortunately don't know the name, friend, or perhaps fortunately for me.
Good. It's a very fortunate thing. They say he even swindled, Baphomet himself.
I will keep my eyes out in the endless maze then. I also have these bracers, and he goes back into his sales pitch, and he brings out these 2 obsidian bracers, jagged in all sorts of spots. Says they're heated from the very plates of the city. You might
Ooh.
enjoy them. They can empower your attacks.
So tell me, let's say, how much for the bracers?
I'd be willing to part with them for 8 bones.
And anything for magical purposes. I've got some nerdy friends, if you're catching my drift.
Ah, nerds.
I know. They all get
des-
sent here anyway.
They deserve to swim in the lake. Anyways, he looks over and he's like, I don't have any nerdy stuff. The souls would help them empower their abilities.
Ooh, empowering with souls, huh? So where did you acquire these souls? I want to make sure they're free range, brimstone fed. I'm all about al natural, baby.
Well, my friend, they are celestial and the very make.
Oh.
That is very rare nowadays once those pesky gods are gone and out of the picture.
Where did you happen to come across celestial souls? Here in hell, I don't imagine we come across many of those. And Kanejax is trying to be like, Flameo, Hotman.
You're kind of doing well. He seems to be laughing right along with you. You can't tell if it's a sales technique or he actually is intrigued by your humor. But he says, well, there was a long time ago where I was battling in the Blood War, which is, of course, since ended.
Yes,
Praise
of course.
to the Unifier.
Yes, praise be, matriarch, right?
Yes, she is great in many ways, but these souls were from the Blood Wars when the Celestials came down to try to end it.
Oh, those big pansies can't end anything properly.
Except for
Couldn't
their
even
own
end the
god's
world.
reign. Yes.
Couldn't even end the world if they wanted to. That's our job, right?
Yes.
Oh, what's your name, my good sir?
My name is Rudlin.
Rudlin? That doesn't sound like your true name, though.
Why would I tell you my true name, friend?
Oh, I'm joshing ya,
Is your name Josh, then?
Bashua, actually.
Bashua. Very demonic.
I know, my parents were big fans of Solomon.
My mother said never trust a Bashua.
Well, your mother's very right. I'm as wicked as they come.
I can see that.
I tell you what, I kicked a herd of small sheep the other day. Why? Because I felt like it.
Wow, that is quite evil.
I know. And then also, I ate a man.
Well, that seems kind of
Get
run-of-the-mill.
out of here.
That seems a little run-of-the-mill there, Bashua, but...
I'm sorry, I'm trying to am I a bit overcompensating my evilness? I'm so sorry. It's really hard. All these demons walking around the marketplace, swing, acting like they're hot shit,
All right, well, less sell here, Bashua, and I'll let you leave, all right?
All right.
This, and he pulls something out from under the counter. It's this curved glass blade. It has this,
Ooh.
green shining glass around it. He
Ooh,
says,
daddy.
This is Guzma's glass dagger. A
Ooh.
legendary artifact, one of a set. If you find all 3 pieces of the set, you have untold power. And I have one for you right here.
So quick question.
course.
I'm very sold on the dagger so far. So let's keep talking dagger here. See, unfortunately, I kind of became a demon more recently. And, my domain isn't really the whole forbidden knowledge bit. I'm more of just like a kicking puppies type demon. So who's this Guzma person?
Ah, Guzma, you say. Guzma is not a native of this plane, but of another.
Oh,
She's a
which
great
plane?
warrior. We know not. That is part of the intrigue.
Hmm.
She's a great warrior. She has 3 sets of items that we are trying to acquire. I've only found the one, but I'd be willing to part with it.
How many bones could I get for an Astropath Arcanum?
He doesn't know what that is.
Oh.
Blossom, is listening to this in her vague understanding of giants from her lessons with King Jax. Does this dagger look familiar at all?
Not to you, but I sorry to steal your thunder, but thunder.
Where?
I will say, Saren, you maybe
Ooh.
Hancock gave it to you right before you left about mythical artifacts. Guzma, she does have a set of glass items of 3 that if you wear them all together has very powerful abilities that you can get, and it only counts towards 2 of your attunement slots if you have all 3 of them.
Oh.
So it's pretty powerful, and he seems to be just waving it around the disc marketplace.
Oh, I also want to note that every time Kanejax swears, it's not because he's willingly swearing. It's because he's saying beans and stuff, but hell is auto-correcting him to cursing.
What the fork?
Nice.
It's just-
That's bullshit.
I feel like this magical sword, or if you get all 3 pieces, I feel like it's like freaking like McDonald's Monopoly, where
Oh
they
my
like
God.
they make fun of one of the things and they only make like one of the other piece.
Oh my god. So my good demon sir, my wicked friend, how much for the blade?
Well, my friend, if you are having trouble affording the others, this one is different. I'd be willing to part with it for 31 bones.
I know a few grave robbers I could get intact with.
Don't we all?
I know a few necromancers apparently that I've just recently learned were necromancers.
That was a slip
You
of the
don't know
DM
that.
tongue.
You don't know that.
Well, I do know a grave robber at least.
At the very least, we do know that. Well,
Also-
please come back. I'd be willing. You seem like a dragon, a fiend of
Oh,
great renown.
I was originally a giant in life, but craziest thing. Turns out my god was actually Tiamat this whole time, so I was wicked my whole life, and I still get sent to hell. I was hoping to be more Surtary, but I'm okay with this.
That's amazing.
I know, greatest trick Tiamat ever played, they say.
She really knows how to get you.
Yeah, too bad she's dead now, right? He starts like sweating as he says that.
Yes, that was a shame, but you know what they say, those who don't conform to the unifier are killed.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you know me. Once I got here, I was like, Unifier, sign me up because my goddess, she toast.
Bashawa, this has been a lovely chat, but I do have customers.
Oh, I am so sorry. There's like probably like a whole line of
Yeah.
demons like, come on. Well, I will leave you to it. You have fun now. And then I'm going to go marching back to my friends. Well, he's got some interesting stuff for sale, friends.
I saw that dagger and I know what it is.
Oh, you do? Who's
I do.
Guzma?
And I will explain that you get, like, much like Skyrim, if you get a certain amount of armor, you get a bonus.
This Skyrim you're referring to, it was banned in my culture because their depiction of giants was not very accurate to my people.
Well, I do like the forbidden books.
Chris, would I have any idea how much my ring of fingers is worth?
You probably have like 6 bones on there.
Still not enough.
You could probably find some bones.
I'd like to go look for some bones, please.
I'd like to rob a few more graves while I'm at it.
Well, that's kind of the currency here, so you'd have to probably kill a humanoid at this point to get some.
Look, said Dawn.
Maybe on the way out.
On the way out.
They're all denizens of Bell, so I don't care over much about killing them. I just don't want to be caught for it before we have what we came
valid.
for.
I'm checking to see if maybe I've got anything worth trying to trade or sell, but I don't think I do. Not for the hells.
So you wait a little while. The slit in the door opens up, and you hear an infernal or anything like that. You hear a Zazz will see you now, and Ton's like fantastic, and he twists the doorknob, and they let him in. He beckons you forth into this long, dark hallway. Would you like to follow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He turns
Go
around.
in.
This will be the last dark hallway I send you down, I swear. After this, I'm out of your hair.
Great.
He walks into this like tavern-esque room. I'm gonna describe this, then we're gonna take a quick bio break. So what you see is like the opening of a basically a tavern, but instead of like ales and things, you hope they're serving red wine. Probably not. But you see a large assortment of like demons and fiends. Some of them, again, have large leathery wings. Some of them tieflings. Tieflings seem to be pretty accepted here, as they are kind of the children of whatever rules this area. Behind it is a bar built of like solid gold, and you see this this individual. She has like green horns and a green dress on and a black long necklace. She seems to be tending the bar. Even hell has bartenders. And you look over and you see in the corner there's this little like private like roped off area where you would see it like a club. And you see this masculine demon sitting down. He's he's very tall. You can tell even when he sits, but he's very slender as well. His skin is grayish, and it kind of a putrid pale yellow in places. He has red eyes, and his head kind of forms up into a crown of like 15 to 20 horns, and inside of it you can almost see like a glowing red ember come out of it. His teeth, it's in a large smile, larger than any humanoid would have, and his teeth are like little needles, and he has thousands of them in his mouth. And Ton leads you over to them. He says, "All right, be cool. This is my cousin Zazz. He's way cooler than me. You guys will really enjoy him." Very sarcastically.
Great. I can hardly wait.
Oh, yay.
So he says, "Zazz, cousin, it's been so long. This is such a reunion." And you look over and Zazz kind of locks eyes with him. And he's like, "Yes, it is interesting to have a cousin around." And that's where we'll take a break real quick.
Totally fine.
Doing great.
Yep, not terrible. I mean, you didn't die.
And I was able to, like, you know, make the shopkeeper believe I was actually wicked.
That's true.
Did you, Kangdrax?
But did you though?
I kicked
I'll walk
a
up
sheep.
to him. I kicked sheep.
I ate a man.
I ate a man.
I would like to say that Saren has been taking mental notes of this place the entire time,
For sure.
logging
King
everything away.
Oh, I was gonna ask, is there like a dispensary I can get like hell weed from? Because I need to smoke that
There's
dang
there's
kush.
no hell weed.
No, it's hell. You're right. There wouldn't be weed there.
Yeah.
You right.
Blossom would actually definitely be keeping an eye out for like fucking any cat folk type people who might be on business, you know, for her
Ooh.
family.
Yeah,
Also,
there's
Abby-
nothing.
You're so right. We are Team Cockroach.
We are Team
Team
Cockroach.
All right, we're going to break. We'll be back. Thank you all. We'll see you soon.
No, I'm having a good time.
It's fun.
I'm here for it. I love
Yeah.
our disasters so much.
They're so
They're
good.
such garbage fires. Like here I am thinking, oh, hell's gonna be so metal. Oh yeah, it's gonna be so. Here's me. Oh yeah, I kicked puppies for fun. I ate a man.
I ate a man.
I was trying to like not say kick puppies because I was like, okay, what's like an animal that's comical to like? And I'm like, sheep are usually used for like that reason, like comic, like comedic.
It's true. My brain pretty much immediately like superimposes like a goofy like inflatable sheep like
Yeah.
toy or something over
Amazing.
any sort of like sheep reference. So
I feel like it's because I played Spiral the Dragon as a kid. So like, and like the first thing that they introduced is like the health mechanic is go tow sheep.
Makes sense to me.
Great fucking game. I'll be right back.
Okay.
finally happened in all of my years of fish keeping. A fucking hitchhiker.
What?
I got a snail hitchhiker. I've never had this happen to me. It looks like I'm gonna have to get an assassin snail or two. Well, I don't want the pupper to eat all my shrimp. Because, like, Abby was like, can't you just get fish that eat the snails? I'm like, the problem is that most of the fish that eat the snails want to eat my shrimpies, too.
Alex, was it you? Someone tweeted something fairly recently about how they had gotten like a saltwater tank. And
I don't do salt water.
Okay. Someone had gotten a saltwater tank, but while they were filling the tank, somehow a baby jellyfish popped up, and then all of a sudden they had a jelly in their saltwater tank.
Oh. I guess that can happen. Right. I'll see what happens. I'm wondering if the snail maybe is a little baby Neerite that hitched a ride on the big one I got. If that's the case, I'll just leave it in there. Whatever. Neerites are great. If they end up breeding, I'll just remove them and bring them back to the store and say, here, sell these. They're yours.
Hopefully my internet will stay up. Weather is incoming, so...
Well, it's been okay so far.
It has missed us for now, but Zach was just checking the updated radar, and he was like, well... So we'll see, fingers crossed. So it's kind of a crapshoot here just because of, like, where we are. Like, the Delaware River causes stuff to, like, get weird with currents and whatnot.
Lake Michigan likes to fuck with us.
Yeah.
So I get you.
Don't know what it is about Wednesdays, but that seems to be the day my art brain is. So if I'm a little out of it, I'm sorry.
Look, we're in hell already.
Yeah.
Act out of line if we want to.
Oh, Chris, by the way, my shrimp are already just going ham, feasting on whatever the fuck is in my tank right now. 3 for 15. That's pretty good compared to what I've seen velvets go for. What? Yeah, but I didn't get, like, not all of my velvets are super high grade. Like, my big female one is actually kind of low grade, and I'm a little upsetty about it. But then again, I just want shrimp. I'm over here caring about the grade of my shrimp. Yeah. Shelby! Good plan. You know, like, we got raided like 3 times tonight, and then tonight it's fucking crickets.
Last night.
Yeah.
Twice.
What did I say?
You said tonight twice.
Really pissed that my internet was being so shitty last night. I don't know what the problem was. I'm really mad about it.
You know, sometimes it just happens, honestly. Like, it happens to me all the time. It just is shitty.
Yeah, I mean, my, like,
Who's your
Twitch
provider?
is freezing.
Twitch is being bad right now for me, too, but everything else is fine.
I had to exit out of Twitch. It was lagging too badly.
Same. I just, like, cranked down the quality as low as I could, but it still keeps freezing to buffer and shit.
I had to do what Kate did. I had to actually fully close the page, then re-enter Twitch. Like, I couldn't just refresh. I had to fully kill the page and then go back to it.
Yeah, I bet. Just to see if it helps.
Oh boy. You know, oh boy. For a minute.
For a while. I mean, we got a lot of shit to do.
We're just
We
playing
need a
Descent
lot
now.
more bones.
We're just playing Descent into Avernus now. It's cool.
Know anyone who's died recently? Because the human skeleton has a lot of bones. Not recently.
I mean, technically, Saren did yesterday.
Does hell need mercenaries?
was about to say, are we gonna do fetch quests?
Wait, Chris.
We're dogs. We're doing fetch quests for bones.
Wait, Chris.
Oh my god.
You told me about something. There was a lot of
Secrets.
bones involved with what you were saying, and it was a possible side quest. Take me there. Yes, I'm just letting you know.
No, we need to yell at you more, Chris.
Damn it, Chris.
One, and we're back. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back to Agora's Bells, The Gang Goes to Hell. Where previously their favorite NPC led them through the endless maze and introduced them to their cousin named Zazz. For those of you not in our Discord, I would recommend it. Go check out some Zazz art. It's not actually him. It's just what I kind of based him on, of course. It's in the Agora's Bells discussion page, so it's really cool. But for those of you who haven't seen it in the cast, go check it out real quick, because that's better than any description I can do. But anyways, you see this individual glowing from the inside with embers. He almost looks like a tree. He's gray and putrid yellow. And he sits in the back sipping his wine and looking at all of y'all. And Tawn approaches, and Zazz gets up and he gives him a big hug. Zazz moves slowly and methodically, unlike Tawn, who moves fluidly and fast. They're related, but not alike. And Zazz looks in and he says, "And who have you brought me today?" Tawn looks at you all expectingly to introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name's Blossom. She figures it doesn't matter because it's not her real name anyway. So it's very nice to meet you. These are my companions.
Yes, I'm Boshua.
I'm Saren.
I'm Shield Mom.
Would a nickname count as my true name?
No.
Excellent. I'm Bryn.
It is a pleasure to meet you all. Please, have a seat around my table. He motions forward, and can I get you something to drink? Perhaps the house special?
No, thank you.
We
Not
tend to
drinkers?
abstain when we're looking for work.
Ah. So, cousin, you have brought me people who I can use, yes?
Use? Wait.
I look over at Tawn like, the fuck?
Well, he means metaphorically. Zazz is... He's a bit abstract, thinker. Rather than me, I like to get... Anyways, and this is probably the first time you've seen Tawn a little nervous around his cousin. But anyways, Zazz, they are just looking for some help here, and I understand that perhaps you've evaded the gaze of someone named the Unifier? And Zazz looks back, he's like, well, don't say it too loud, but I still have my own wit about me. Tawn looks back and he's like, I'm gonna go find my father. Have you heard anything from him? Zazz says, no, best of luck, cousin. And Tawn gets up. He's like, wrong turns, it has been a pleasure. You are all the very best Silencia has to offer, and I hope to see you relatively soon.
I think we feel likewise, Tawn. And I just give him this big, draconic, very fake smile.
Zazz, it's been a pleasure. Saren?
Give him the southern bless your heart smile.
Oh, shit.
So Tawn takes his leave, and the rest of you are left alone with his cousin Zazz.
Well, thanks again for taking time out of your, I'm sure, very busy day to come and meet with us. I'll say your cousin was not very specific about the, I suppose, lines of work that you might need a hand in. But, you know, we're in need of a little help getting around. You know, we're a little new in town. Tawn was helping us out and thought maybe it'd be best to leave us in your very capable hands.
And were you the ones who brought him here?
Yeah, that was us.
That was a mistake. He takes his hand from out under the table, and you can see now that he has these long, like protruding fingers that end in a sharp nail. He takes his wine and sips it again. He looks at all of you. I think the question is more, what can I do for all of you?
So why would you want to help us, first of all? Why do you want to help us?
Because you're going to help me in return, of course. Do you not know how devils work?
But what? Yes, I
It's
do know.
fun. We're very experienced in, doing favors to help out when the need calls for it. And Blossom just kind of stares pointedly at everybody.
It's true, but we would prefer to know what it is you want from us before we enter into a bargain.
Of course. Well, come close. I don't want everyone to hear. He begins telling you, I am not from this, and I wish to go home. But I am tired of all these brainwashed puppets walking around in my home lair. If you could find the fourth lair and figure out how to make the sun shine again there, I would be grateful and be able to trade information or really anything you need in return.
You're looking for help clearing up the fourth layer, is that correct?
We need bones.
Well, you're in luck.
Thank you, Shield Mom.
You're welcome.
My home lair, it has a sun, a ball of molten fire that rains down in a beautiful cascade upon the landscape, and unfortunately the current denizens have built a structure of bone around it that I cannot penetrate on my own.
And who are those denizens? Are these forces of the Unifier?
Yes, isn't everyone here?
I suppose.
I just had an excellent idea for how to deal with this bone structure.
I am so excited.
They call her the Ice Queen. A very shallow name that probably means nothing to you all, but I could get into her lineage, but I have a feeling, and he kind of looks through you all for a second, that it probably wouldn't mean much to you all.
I
May I
will then-
ask for clarification on that, please?
Don't make me dispel it here. And he looks around at the rest of the demons and devils in this tavern.
Fair enough.
What would you want in return? Do you want information?
We need a path to a certain location.
Where would that be?
The office of the White Knight? Is that it? Pale Knight?
Pale Knight, yeah.
The Pale Knight.
He looks at you almost as if you're telling a very funny joke. That he smiles.
I wish I was kidding.
He smiles and he says, I can tell you're not. Alright, sure, I can get you to Pale Knight, but you won't like what you find.
We rarely do. What, I mean, I suppose would there be an additional cost if you were able to just sort of give us any sort of news or update you might have about, the movements and behaviors of the Unifier and her allies on these planes?
Yes, a favor for a favor. But you're in luck. I need multiple things done in the fourth layer that you seem rather capable for.
All right. Well, then what would be the cost of getting some information about, I'm sure you must know a lot about many of these forces. I'm looking for anything you might know about one who I believe goes by the name of Yadvi here. Which was the name we got from Grub for Thunder ages ago. That's more Sam's refresher for everybody else.
Thank you.
Yep.
Well, let me start here. Layer 4, my homeland, since the sun is entombed in bone, it is a plane of ice. If you were to bring me a true shard of ice, not a regular one, then I would be able to part with some information on Yadvi and her whereabouts.
Good to know. I'd be much obliged if you could.
Going further than that, if you were to find this Ice Queen and bring her head to me, I would be able to give you safe haven in the 4th layer.
Now that is duly noted for sure. I suppose, at least in the meantime, would it cost anything extra to get directions to the 4th layer? Or perhaps some assistance getting there?
I could take you there at the very least, but we'd have to sign some sort of agreement before I do.
Naturally. Do you need a signature from all of us, or would one do?
He looks around. One would do.
Yeah, alright.
Before anyone signs anything, I would like to look at the contract to make sure there aren't any loopholes.
I was gonna say,
I mean, I'd want to take a look, of course.
pay careful attention to the wording and punctuation.
Of course, I will make it available in the Roll20.
Thanks, Zazz.
Thanks, voice from the ether.
Thanks, Zazz, and thanks, Roll20, for letting Zazz use your wonderful platform.
Nice.
It should be in the documents section. It's titled Zazz's Contract.
Documents.
I'm gonna read it for the audience, but feel free to mute me if you want to read it on your own time. It's pretty long, so bear with me, audience. This contract binds Zazakath and the donors for an eternal period of time or until completion. Upon signature of this document, both parties will agree to partially or fully complete these tasks. On completion of these pacts, Zazakath will be obligated to fulfill and discharge any parameters that the donors have set. One obligation may be fulfilled in return for one obligation, but 2 obligations can never be sufficient payment for only one. This pact, aforementioned, is valid throughout eternity due to the complex nature of the variability of what the donors experience as the flow of time. It then goes in to say a bunch of ways to void this contract and a bunch of other ways to repay the contract.
Sam's paralegal brain is skimming real quick.
I'm the daughter of a lawyer. I'm looking so hard at this.
Samesies.
I'll give you some time. Even if it's dead air, I think this is probably interesting dead air for the audience.
As I put my paralegal hat on.
Regarding the first sentence, for an eternal period of time or until completion, does that include partial completion?
Yes, I can make that adjustment if you'd like.
I think that would work. As it says in the second sentence that the parties will agree to partially or fully complete these tasks. And I think that the eternal period of time, if you leave it at full completion, I think rather bodes in your favor and doesn't really bode well for ours.
You watch as... Oops, sorry for that noise, stream. He sets the parchment down on the table and a quill comes up and starts making the adjustments that you wish. And they should be reflected in Roll20 now.
Oh my god, you just did it!
Amazing. Okay. Alright, so these perimeters would extend to, I suppose, the whole party, even with only one signature, not necessarily just the signature.
Correct. You are all what I would consider my donors.
I'm concerned about the penalties that come from voiding this contract.
Well, don't void it.
Well, I mean, yeah.
To everybody, not in the game, but
You're telling me you've never wanted to have a powerful demon or devil?
I'm concerned about our souls being forfeit. Anybody else?
No, I completely agree with you, Bryn. Can you please specify what you would constitute as a lie?
Well, any lie you tell me. If you're lying about your appearance, for instance.
No, you obviously can see through it, so it's not a lie. My question is, omission? Is that a lie, or is just not saying something?
Omission is okay.
Second, it says that we cannot mention it to another fiend, but can we mention it to others?
Yes, just tieflings count as fiends, so don't mention it to my darling cousin.
Trust us, he's the last person we tell anything to.
Yeah, we don't want to really talk to him in the first place.
Nor do I.
Thank you. Okay, now we're
You know,
Shield
King
Mom's
Jax,
sides.
you were right.
you know what? I think we're starting to establish a basis of trust here.
Do these parameters go away once the contract is completed? Like, can we tell other fiends about it once we have finished with the contract and it is no longer active?
Yes.
And just very quickly, I want to make sure our definition of lie is a deliberate falsehood stated for the intent of misleading the other party.
Correct. Devils don't lie, though, so that is really up to you.
Also, my name's
well,
not
I'll do so.
Bashua. Before we sign, my name's not Bashua, it's actually King Jax. You probably already knew that, didn't you?
No?
Oh, okay.
Is Bashua a common name down here? I'm genuinely curious.
I've never heard of a Bashua.
I was told it is a very wicked name, thank you very much. It was very guttural and very hellish.
It's definitely guttural.
Joshua.
Alright, does anyone else have any other questions? Blossom's like got a quill in her hand and is just waiting.
It just, I really have a problem with this whole eternity thing because, like, I'm not eternal. My friends aren't eternal.
Would you like me to add until the end of your natural life?
Yes, please, that would be lovely.
You got it.
Haha, little does he know, mine
Make
life
sure
is
that's an
not
or.
natural.
or to the end of your natural life.
Then I would request clarification on that. Now, say one of us passes and then is resurrected, it would technically be the end of our natural life. Is the contract still in play should we be resurrected?
No?
So, So we just gotta break a bunch of bones and defeat an Ice Queen? Okay, sign away!
And get some true ice.
Well, technically, we only have to do at least one of these things. We can do all of them, but we have to do at least one, yes?
For
Yes.
one thing.
One for one.
Wait, quick question. Do we get to keep the bones after we break the sun cage?
Do what you want with them.
Can we write that in just in case?
That
Got it.
actually is valid.
We do need bone currency.
We kind of need some cash
Actually,
money.
I would like to clarify the nature of the exchange for 1v1. Or do the itemizations need to match up to the way that they're listed in the contracts? Like, is it, number 1 is an exchange for number 1 if we complete task number 2, an exchange for task number 2? Or are we able to decide which benefit from which tasks we successfully complete that we would like to collect?
You can choose.
All right.
You're very amenable in all this.
I've made
We're
many
doing
deals.
Fucking lot too.
Yeah.
Okay, that covers my concerns.
I know I have more concerns, I just can't name them.
Yeah, no, it's generally all a lot of concern. Just speaking broadly, there's many concerns. But the specific wording of the contract is good enough.
I agree. As long as we can have an addendum adding in what the clarifications were for the various things that we pointed out, and we can have a revised version. And
Yep. You watch as he's been doing that while you talk. So.
Well,
Excellent. So if you could get us to the fourth layer, we will be on our way with this task thing, and then we'll get back to you.
Well, and Zazz, if it sweetens up the deal at all, I like you a hell of a lot better than your cousin.
I've heard
At least
that
you're
before.
forthright.
He's not a devil as much as he tries to be, so he lies, and I never really grew up with that talent.
We know. Trust us, we know.
You know, to be fair, I always thought he was trying to compensate for something, but now I do understand what he's compensating for. I was just a little off before.
His father is worse.
Who's his daddy?
worse than him.
Can't tell you.
Well, no, come on, you could. He's your uncle. Just uncle, give him like the punch on the shoulder, like the friendly punch on the shoulder.
He looks up at you. Your fist just hits like steel.
Ooh.
Would
You're
you
gonna
like
have to
to
teach me.
sign the pact?
Yeah, all right.
Okay, so you all
Blossom
watch as
sign.
Blossom signs her name.
So Zazz, if we want to talk about contracts, I start pulling them aside a little bit. Word on the street is that Tiamat might be moving in on the new real estate after Matriarch gets her arse whooped, you know what I'm saying?
Just make sure not to tell her about your pact.
Well, I won't tell her about the pact, but I'm asking if you want in on the deal, my friend. A little power change, you know, you could get up in station, you could be serving drinks to fancier demons like some pit lords or something.
You know I'm not the one, sir. Read your contract, and I'd be happy to aid you in your fight.
Okay, well, I'm just, just trying to help. I'm looking out for a fellow fiend against the matriarch here.
He is just ignoring King Jax at this point,
No.
and he's looking at Saren, like dead stare. And he reaches over, and he like touches your forehead, and you now know how to get to the fourth layer of the abyss.
Saren almost does that. But instead, just blinks and appreciated.
Good luck.
I'll look.
Oh, you're muted.
I accidentally clicked and I didn't mean to. I'll look at the group and be like, I know the way. I can get us there.
Excellent. I guess let's get a move on.
Sure.
He whispers under his breath as you all take your leave. Don't void the contract.
Wouldn't dream of it.
So the wrong turns leave the bar, signed to deal with the devil.
Like you do.
And it just keeps getting worse for the wrong turns.
Listen, we earned our fucking name.
Yeah.
I hate this.
Look, Blossom's a pro at taking bad deals for vaguely described favors. This is an improvement.
I'm pretty pumped about that.
I'll
openly say it.
I'm already sworn to Tiamat. I'm undead. Might as well add on contract with a demon eternally damned to the list, right?
There's a
Well,
little
if you sell
horrified
your
by
soul
this,
to a
but-
whole bunch of people, then you just die and let everybody else fight it out.
But now I don't
Exactly.
have a natural life, so this contract doesn't apply to me anymore.
It's true. Unless
You
you
did
cure
omit
yourself.
that. That was pretty smart.
So, would you like to
Oh.
leave the city of Dis, or would you like to shop around and investigate a bit more?
As we're like walking around town, King Jack's gonna be like, "Yes, I'm not as silly as they all thought. I'm a bit of a sneaky fox myself when I need to be."
I'm very impressed.
Pat his arm placatingly.
I'd like to get a move on, if that's okay with everyone.
Yes, and once we get all those
Yeah.
bones, we could grab that fancy dagger for you, Saren.
I would like to purchase those souls, given the chance.
Yeah, that.
Sure. Do we want to do that now, or do we want to do that after
not
we've
have
taken
the
care of
bones.
like the bone castle?
Yeah, we don't have enough bones to buy those things yet.
Yeah, that's the thing. We need to do one to do the other anyway.
Let's do bones first. Well, sun bone thing
Oh,
first.
damn. Let's
And-
go.
Perhaps this is hell having an influence on me, or me just thinking about the greater good of the realm. But if we do free those celestial souls, they could make some powerful allies. Should we have lit conflict later down the road?
Is that
That's a
how
good
it
point,
works?
but maybe keep your voice down in the middle of this. Just
Oh, come on, we're
So that way,
fiends.
please.
Yeah,
Oh,
that doesn't. King Jax, you were just talking about how good you are at being like sneaky. Let's keep that up for at least a little while.
All right, fine. So everyone, when we're done here, let's go drink some lava and then punt small animals off a bridge somewhere. I tell you, folks.
We could just dangle a cat off a bridge, maybe.
Oh, we actually did do that one. And
We
meanwhile,
can always do that again.
all these fiends are like, what the hell is going on here?
I snapped Azil out of existence so I can summon him at any time before we came here, by the way.
Sure.
Oh, did Blossom take the contract or did I take the contract? Who took the contract?
Blossom was the
I
one who
signed it, so
Okay.
I think
Maybe
I've got
put it in
it.
the portable hole so we
That's
don't
what I was gonna say.
I mean, sure. We can do that.
be very bad if we lost it.
Yes.
I don't know, is there a empty alley where I can like unfold this massive hole where a street full of
Yeah.
demons aren't watching me?
You wait till you get out of town, throw it up against a mountain cliff, and throw it in there.
Cool. It is still a mess from when Scream Hoarder like rampaged through it. She just has not cleaned up anything.
Chris, I will say it was really funny reading the penalty of void, and it says in the event Zazakath enters into a void. And so I was like, well, what if we just put him in Blossom's hole? He enters a void.
Weird how that happens. Huh?
I mean, that technically would work. It's about fulfilling the letter of the thing and not, I mean, seriously, if we
Yep.
put him in the portable hole, it's technically a void and he would be bound to serve us
New
without
backup
question.
plan.
Yeah.
Saren will bring this up.
Okay, go for it.
Look, it's a loophole in our favor. It doesn't say he enters or he voids the contract. It literally says if he enters a void. So all we have to do is throw him in the portable hole and we've got him.
Actually, that would probably work.
Or wait. Check the punctuation on void there.
No, it's not capitalized. It's a minor void.
Oh, we're golden then.
Okay, that's backup plan. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Aaron, how far to the next level?
How far to the next level, DM? Now that I've
So-
gotten my evil lawyer out of the way.
So the wrong turns navigate back to the stone slab that Tawn has led you through. You know that you have to traverse through the endless maze no matter what lair you want to go to. Tawn gives you a toodaloo as you leave the town. He's near the entrance, trading bones for something. And you make your way into it. You see the crimson, dimly lit walls. It's almost like a horror movie, like the unlit chamber where the lights kind of flicker. Every once in a while there's this light around the corner from some unknown substance, and you get to see the true horror of what is around you, but only for an instant. Saren, you guide your party through the twists and curves away from the Minotaur demons that you recently found, and you do find your way to the fourth lair pretty easily thanks to your new knowledge. So you find the little handle on the wall and you cast the right glyphs needed to open it. It opens and slides shut, and you are on like a countryside. You see just layers of ice underneath of you and trees encased in ice as well. Everything here is extremely frigid. You think that you are, if you had to guess, this might be Stygia, the layer of ice. And you're here, free to do what you want and explore it and try to find what Zazz is sending you to do.
I
We
look
see. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I look up. Where's the sun?
There is a large sun around the mountain peak.
Great, let's start climbing.
Okay, in order to do so, you're going to need to pass over a frozen lake.
Blossom is so grumpy, by the way.
Is there a way around it? Or
Hey,
is
it's
it...
frozen at least.
Sure.
Yeah, so it's just also really fucking cold. Great, my favorite. Let's fucking go.
How thick or thin is the ice?
Make a intelligence check.
Oh, that was good. Dirty 20.
It's thick enough to walk on, for sure. You also see that there's not really another way around. The cliff edge is kind of inscalable. In order to get up to that cliff, you have to cross over to where there's an easy way up.
Okay.
Great.
Not ideal, but
Does it look slippery?
Yeah.
Do
We
we
could
see,
try like sledding across it. Do we want to see if we could build like a slide?
do we see like any, I guess, signs of life or activity around? Like, do we see any people, for lack of better word?
No, there's really nothing going on here.
wait,
Do we
are
want
we
to sled across the lake on one of Shieldmon's shields?
sledding?
Yes, let's do it.
See, we can have fun in hell too, everyone.
I have 2, and one of them's really big.
Have fun in hell.
Oh, hell froze over, you guys.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Oh fuck, there's a lot of things I've gotta take care of.
Right? Blossom's like, man, I should be a lot better about a lot of the different things right now. Well, I mean, I don't really know like too much about crossing ice and stuff, but I feel like it might be good if we want to maybe do like one at a time or spread out or something, just in case.
Big lake. It is a big lake, right? It's pretty.
Yep.
I mean, sledding might be faster and safer than walking.
I don't
Well-
know, whatever. Let's just go.
If we can get in and out of here, I like Bryn's plan here. If we can just get in and get out, we're sitting pretty.
I mean,
Oh,
we got
don't
a,
jinx it, King Jax.
we got a lot to do. Like, I don't even know. We don't really know anything about this Ice Queen or whatever. Like, if we want to try to, you know, fuck with anybody like that, like, I don't know.
Too late, we signed the contract. We have to do
Oh no,
something.
but that's I don't mean that. I mean, like, you know, one of the options is like fucking kill her and stuff. So
That's true.
like, we gotta destroy the bones. We gotta find some true eyes because I feel like we at least need 2 out of 3 favors from this guy. Like, I really, we need to figure out something about Thunder, and I think he might be our best bet.
I'm thinking the bone dam might be the thing to take care of first.
Yeah, at least for starters.
Right, so we're sledding across this lake or what?
All right.
Let's do it. Come on, let's. I know we're in hell, but let's have a little fun while we're at it. We are the wrong turns.
Great. All right. Is the lake level? Like, is
Yeah.
it? Someone's got to pull,
Ajax?
disperse the weight.
Fine. Oh,
Some
I get.
people pull,
I like to
some
pull.
people sled.
I will pull.
Okay.
Single-handedly, I will pull both of the sleds.
Blossom will definitely just immediately clamber into one so that her claws don't have to touch the ice at all.
Smart.
She's
go
not
climb
into this.
Onto one of the shields.
I'll sit behind Bryn.
So, Shield Mom, you get out front and you start towing these 2 shields of your party members on it. You keep going, and you hit about the middle of the lake, and I need you to make a stamina check, please, Adrian.
You got
Oh,
this.
you got it. Let me just, okay. Stamina.
Constitution stamina,
There we go. +7, hell yeah. Ooh. Well, I stunted, but I don't think that does anything right now.
Yeah.
10, 16 +7, 23.
23. So you hit about the middle of the lake, and you don't tire. You continue going where you could have. You see your party members, except for maybe like King Jack, starting to kind of get frostbite around the edges. Their hoods are kind of like freezing to them a little bit. But Shield Mom, you just keep trucking along, and you've been in worse.
I can cast Arcane Lantern. That'll probably keep us warm.
Okay.
It's a fire spell, and it lasts for a while, so.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Sure. Between the two sleds, there's a little mote of fire that is now kind of heating you. You're all kind of sitting around the fire while Adrian tows you.
I actually have the same thing, so I'll
Okay.
double it.
Do we want that much fire on this lake of ice?
I'm putting it closer to Adrian, like above her head, so that
To be
she's warm too.
Valid.
To be
She's
fair,
got to keep those muscles warm while she pulls.
I would imagine that true ice is a little different than regular ice, Blossom. I think we're gonna be
I
okay.
think we might be standing on regular ice. I think true ice is something else. I have a feeling we'll know it when we see her touch it.
I rolled. The spell worked.
Oh,
Good.
shit. Yeah, I should. Yeah.
Okay, so while Saren's rolling, continue across. You're about 3/4.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, you're about 3/4 across this lake now. What's everyone's perception scores?
Not great.
5, but I have a +2 focus.
Okay.
I have a +2 for seeing, so 5.
I
got
have
a
a
two.
1.
Oh, 7 total.
5 total.
Dose.
So Blossom, as you're being towed across this lake, you hear this like subtle, deep, resonating crack, and it just kind of echoes around. The rest of you don't really hear it because of the way the shield is kind of skating across the ice, but you think it came from underneath of you.
We gotta go, go, go! Like, just panic in her voice.
I'm gonna hop off the sled and start help Adrian pulling.
Ajax, you jump off, you kind of skate on the ice a little bit, take the other rope in your hand, and just start pulling the two wizards across the ice. Does anyone else want to do anything else?
I think Blossom is just very intently, like, looking down, you know, now trying to see if she can find cracks or anything.
Sure.
And she'll
I
just sort
like-
of, like, point anything she sees out.
Can I like turn around and use my lightning as like a thruster, like one of my lightning spells? Go. I'll use I'll do shock blast.
Go ahead and roll for it.
Oh boy. Hold on, I got to do some quick math here. I barely make it with a 14. The target number was a 13. Thank God I like masteried lightning magic.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use shock blast. So Kane Jack's kind of like jumps to the back of the sled and he's like, "All right, friends, hold on." Holds his hands out.
So you start like speeding across the ice. Kane Jax, I'm also gonna have you make a Constitution stamina check.
Yeah, that's chill. $17.
Okay, 17. So you get to like you're 3/4. You're close, and then it starts to crack underneath of you from the weight of the shields. And it was very sturdy when you entered, but this side of the lake seems a little thinner. You watch as Blossom, with the highest perception here, you're looking down and you see these blue forms rolling under the ice, almost tunneling through it, carving through it. You watch as one of these giant, like worm-like creatures sprouts out from underneath of the ice in front of you and one behind you. I need you all to roll initiative.
What manner of creature do they seem to be? Are they fiends?
Yes.
Oh,
King
boy.
Jax, I will say your spell, just so you know, so you feel happy, outran one of the creatures. So there would have been 3.
Oh, thank God.
I stunted, if that matters.
Me too.
I don't think it does.
It doesn't.
Got a 15.
Unless you like got enough points to get the one that boots you to the top of the order.
Right.
21.
4.
11.
I forgot how to do initiative.
It's the same.
Chris, I have enough stun points to seize the initiative.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Sure.
Nice.
It's just 3d6 plus your dex.
Oh, okay, +0. Got it.
What
Oh,
was-
wait, I see it. Never mind.
Saren was
I
10.
9, 12.
12.
Can I use setup instead of Cane Jacks? Because I rolled with 4 stunt points.
Sure.
I'm set up. What does that mean?
You get a +2 bonus on an ability test of your choice.
Ooh.
All right, so I'm gonna roll for them, and then we'll get into this. 9, 10, 13. Wow, that's bad. I don't have a map for this, so we're just going to theater of mind this. There's really not much here. You watch as both of these worms kind of launch out at you from underneath of this ice, and they're like, they've got like thousands of little legs like centipedes, but they're giant worms, and they seem to be glowing from the inside. Some sort of fiendish worm. And King Jax, you seize the initiative, and you were up first.
Sure thing. You said there's
Two.
two of them. Okay. Go into my spells. Are they in a 6x yard area?
Probably not, no.
Okay. I'm gonna cast lightning bolt at one of them.
Okay.
Ooh, I stunted. What? What? I'm gonna definitely beat my target number. Natural 14. I have a +7. The target number's 15. Let me go check my stunts really quick. I've got 4 stunt points.
And don't forget your +2.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm gonna use a split spell. I'm gonna have it affect 2 targets now. I need both of them to. Oh, they don't make any saves. Okay. Well, they make a stamina save. There we go.
Whoa. 16 and 17.
17 will pass.
Okay.
I rolled very poopy on the damage though. That's going to only be 8 points of damage full, and for the pass, that'll be half that.
All right.
So King Jax lifts up the maul and kind of cracks it down on the ice, and like these lightning bolts go streaking through the ice, cracking across the ice, streaking towards these giant worm-like fiends.
I love it. Blossom, you're up next.
Okay, since the fiends are coming up from ice, I imagine that if Blossom wanted to get, like, in melee, she would, like, need to be in water, right?
I mean, your feet would be cold.
Okay, so it's not like she would have to, like, worry about needing to swim or something, like...
No.
Um...
If you fell through, you would.
Right. No, for now then, I think actually she's gonna stay. I'm going to, she's gonna just sort of chuck one of her throwing knives towards, the worm, like, ahead of us. I'm going to use a minor action to take aim so that I get a benefit to hitting.
Okay.
Ooh, and I get 4 stunt points. That's a 22 to hit.
Hits.
Sweet, so let me roll the damage real quick. Oh, is their dex lower than a 5?
It is not.
Butts. Alright. But damage for the throwing knife. 14, but it's not magical for what that's worth. She only has regular throwing knives right now.
Alright. Excuse me.
This is adjacent. I'm going to... Mighty blow time. Sure, I'm gonna do a lightning attack to throw another knife at the same worm. Reloading her throwing knives is now a free action for Blossom.
Nice.
It's pretty awesome. That's a 16 to hit. I don't know if that'll hit.
That does hit, yep.
Sweet! 10 damage! Still not magic.
Okay.
And that'll be her turn.
Okay, you watch as both, like, just lightning fast, both of these knives impale in the front worm's chest. And it just starts bleeding this, like, black, like, orange-tinted blood. It's, like, really strange, nothing you've ever seen before. And it just starts melting away the ice as it bleeds.
I'm just like, alright, let's go!
Bryn, you're up next. Worm is on deck.
I will just go ahead and flame blast that there worm.
Okay.
It worked. I need you to make a acrobatics save.
Oh, I rolled 3 1s. Holy crap.
No.
I think it fails, yeah. Wow. What are the odds?
So I can make this. How are they arranged? There's one on either side of us, right?
Yeah, yep.
Oh, damn, I can't get them both.
How do I roll 3 ones?
9 points. Fire damage.
All right.
That's the saddest stunt.
It really is. Yeah, I stunted, I guess. All right, so you launch out and you hit the front worm, just carving fire through it. Doesn't seem as effective as other damage has been because of the fire nature, but is that your turn? Cool. So
Yeah.
the front worm, you watch as it flattens itself out across the ice as a minor action, and it begins burning the ice underneath of it. And in front of you, caves into water, so your advance is cut off unless you take a route around the 10-foot long worm. With its major action, it is going to use its multi-attack and bite twice at, we'll say Adrian, because she's helming this, kinda. Okay, so the first one is a 15 to hit Adrian.
Yeah.
Okay. Second bite is a 12 to hit Adrian.
No.
Okay. So the first bite you take.
No, wait, actually, yes. Wait. No.
Okay.
I keep forgetting which one, defense or armor, is
Sure.
the one that you're rolling against.
No worries.
So the first one is a yes, the second one's a no.
Okay, you take 8. You take 8 penetrating damage, so your armor rating doesn't matter
Aw.
here. You watch as it kind of encapsulates Adrian around the midsection, and the teeth, these fiendish nature just carve through Adrian's armor. Adrian, you're wearing heavy armor, right?
Yep.
Okay, you also take another 6 points of fire damage penetrating as the
Ew.
inside of the armor just starts to heat up inside of this metal like tomb that you're in.
Sorry, how much was the fire?
6 penetrating damage.
Oh.
And then that's the first worm's turn. So Adrian, you're up next.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna. We're gonna do what is it called? An all-out attack. Oh, I stunted. I got fighting. There's so much stuff to add together. Hey, it's appropriate for hell. I rolled 2 6s and my fighting's a 6, so I got 6, 6, 6.
Nice.
So 8 math 14 25 to hit.
Yep, that hits by a lot.
Of course I do minimum damage, 3 damage.
Okay.
Ah.
Yep, you're just carving away at this thing as it's flattened out and it's melting the ice in front of you now. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'll ready as a minor action. I'll prepare an interrupting attack.
Okay, cool. All right, Saren, you're up next.
Cool. Seeing the worm like almost decimate Shield Mom and really not liking that, I'm gonna try and cast Puppets of Fate on it.
Okay.
I stunted, which is good, but I only have 1 stunt point, so I'm not gonna do anything.
You guys stun every turn.
Oh, I didn't use
It's a
my
lot of
stunt
fun.
point.
So that worked. It says force enemies to reroll tests a number of times equal to the stunt die, which is 6. And they have to take the lowest.
All right, so they have to roll 6 saving throws, basically.
Uh-huh.
Fantastic. All right, is that your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay, the back worm is going to go as a minor action. It flattens out like its mate, and the ice around you. You're now on a little iceberg as the ice begins to melt into water around you. So you're kind of just floating there while the 2 worms kind of assault you now. This one is going to attack. Who's in the back? King Jax, because he was thrustering. So
Yeah, that'd be me.
So we're gonna attack King Jax with its multi, 2 bites. 17.
Yep.
22.
Penetrating?
No, that was the second attack.
Yeah, that'll hit too.
Okay. These are all penetrating though. Are you wearing heavy armor?
Yes. I think so. Let me check.
Okay, you take
I'm wearing light plate, so I think yeah.
anything metal. So on the first one, you take 10 penetrating. It's a combination of piercing and fire.
Oh, Jesus.
And then you take 6 more on the second bite. The first bite, it kind of gets King Jax in its grasp, and the second bite, it just kind of clenches in more as the armor kind of cracks in places, and King Jax is now held aloft from this beast, just for flavor.
Oh, I was gonna say, did it like actually lift me up, and now it's like I'm in its mouth?
Nope. It lets
Oh.
go.
Did it have to roll in order to attack him?
Oh, shoot. Yeah, hold on.
Did it roll 6 times and pick the lowest number?
I'll do the first one. So
11's the number to beat, just so you know.
Okay. 9 plus 5.
That'll beat it.
A lot.
I've got a feeling I'm still just gonna get hurt here.
15
Yeah.
and 18.
Yep, still
Yeah.
hits.
Sorry.
I was
there-
hoping for those all ones again. Sorry, King Jax, I tried.
I
It's okay.
wasted my all one roll. Okay, yep, so that's all messed up. Okay, King Jax, it is your turn though.
All right. Can I melee this big worm?
Sure.
All right. It's hammer time.
It's hammer time.
Oh.
It's clobbering time.
You know, I totally picked up just a random thing of D6s and threw them without. Good thing I didn't stunt there. 13 plus 2. 15.
That hits.
Yes. But they probably got like super high armor reduction, damage reduction.
You would
Oh.
assume.
Oh, that's garbage. Roll 10 points of damage with the disruptor maul.
Alright. You smack it in the side of the head, it kind of shakes its head and
So-
focuses back.
So like when it comes down, lifts me up and throws me into the air with its bite, I'm gonna come back down like anime style with the hammer, just.
Nice.
But unfortunately, it doesn't deal as much damage as I was hoping. But it looks cool.
True. Blossom, you're up next.
Which was the worm that Saren did her thing to? The one in the front or the one in the back?
The one in the
Which-
back, because that's the one we just rolled a ton for.
Okay, I think Blossom will turn her attention there since it's fucking around with, I think, King Jax anyway. I'm going to do the aim action again, and I'm gonna throw another knife.
Cool.
But I'm gonna try to make this one a stunning attack. So if I hit, it'll need to make a stamina save, which it'll probably make, but let me
I just want
roll.
to stunt, okay?
That's a 27 to hit.
That hits.
So that's a 15
Okay. They
con
rolled
stamina.
a 16, unfortunately.
But so close. All right, that'll be my turn. One day it'll work, and that'll be awesome.
It will be really cool. Yep.
I'm
So,
gonna let you finish, but I'm gonna interrupt with my attack now.
Go for it.
Oh shit!
And I stunted again. Hell yeah. It's the same total as last time, funny enough, actually. And on different dice, too. So that's like, what, 23? 25?
It hits.
Okay. And then I am also going to use my stunt points to do, what is it, a lethal attack. So I'm going to deal my regular damage of, so that's 9, and then plus 6. So 15 damage.
Alright.
Because I got 6 stunt points.
Yep, the first one is looking a little rough. It's starting to bleed this hot magma around. It is melting the ice you're standing on. You think pretty soon you're going to go under. But okay. So that was Blossom's turn, actually. So, Bryn, you are up next.
Are we just like on a little circle of ice, or
Yeah.
are we still connected at the sides?
No, you're on a little circle in between these two worms.
How big is the gap between our little circle and the rest of the...
Probably 10 feet, because that's how big the worms are.
I don't think I can jump 10 feet.
Probably not.
This is a bad plan. This is a really bad plan.
I love it.
However, it might work. Maybe. I'm gonna regret this. Can I climb off the shield and get to one side of our little iceberg?
Yep.
And go ahead and cast Flame Blast again. I'm trying to... I'll like get down, and I'm trying to push our iceberg into the next part of the lake surface so we
Sure.
can get off it.
Yeah, roll your target number, and we'll say it works.
Great, if the spell works. Drop the dice. Hey, I stunted.
Jesus.
17. Yeah, that's more than enough.
Yeah, so it doesn't really deal any damage, but you do kind of propel yourself and just slam. The rest of you kind of shake around for a second, getting your footing into the side of the ice, and you can easily walk off now until the worms relocate. So
Excellent.
great. Next up is Front Worm. Front Worm is looking rough. It is going to use its Absorb Elements ability. And it is going... I need everyone to make a Constitution Stamina save, please.
Regretting not taking that ice school of Arcana now.
10.
Stamina, you said?
Yep.
9.
Anybody under a 15 takes 18 points of cold damage.
What happens if you got over
Does
that?
armor...
You take... It's
Ignore
kind of...
it?
Yeah, armor
Okay.
doesn't count. You take half if you fail.
Okay.
I got exactly 15.
Me too.
Then you take half.
All right, how are my friends all looking before we get up on my turn?
I'm sorry, what was that total?
You take 9.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. Friends, how are you looking?
Blossom is panicked as we are now surrounded by frozen icy water and she cannot swim and we're in hell, but like hit point wise, she's not too bad.
I mean, not great, but I'm fine.
All right,
for
I'll
now.
cast a healing spell next turn.
Okay, and then on its minor action, it's going to begin melting away some more ice. Adrian, you are up next.
I'm gonna hit it.
Okay, it's
I'm
looking
gonna
pretty rough.
Hit it. Good. Okay. 8 3 okay, so I stunt. 8 11. No, 18 to hit.
Yep.
Okay,
Hits.
cool. So I deal 5 damage plus I'm going to use my 3 stunt points to do a lightning attack to make a second attack against the same enemy.
Go for it.
So 14 and 21.
Damage?
Yes.
Okay.
No, wait, no, 21 to hit.
Oh, then yes.
I wish I was dealing 21
Yeah,
damage.
it's
I
like,
dealt
dang.
8 damage.
8 damage is still enough. You watch as Shield Mom reaches out with her long sword and just carves the head off of this demonic worm. The blood starts to melt away the ice in front of you, and you know you need to get going really quick here, as this 10-foot worm probably has a lot of melty blood.
Oh dear. Does the worm have bones?
No.
Ugh.
Saren, you are up.
Okay.
Just one is left.
Okay. Well, that's cool. That's good. What do I want to do? I'm
That worm, that worm died in front of me, right?
Yep.
Sick. I'm using one of my necromancer abilities. I'll handle it, but I'm just letting you.
Cool.
I love this. You know what? Oh no, I don't have enough MP for that. Shit. You know what? Nah, I'm just gonna use my little arcane blast.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Yee. Well, probably not. No, that's like a 12.
12 misses, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it just goes wide. As you kind of reach out and do that, the worm is now up, and it takes its turn to retaliate against you, and is going to try to bite you.
It still has to roll
So many times.
so many times.
That's pretty low. That's a 9.
That would miss.
Okay, we'll just take that then.
Okay.
Next one we'll also roll a bunch. That's 15,
That would hit.
12.
Let me see. 12 for 12. 12 wouldn't hit.
Okay, so we'll just take both of those.
Okay.
You watch as the worm just lashes out and it's trying to bite illusionary Saren over and over, but it just keeps picking the wrong duplicate and biting midair. And it looks confused as it pulls back for another, and the exact same thing happens. And that's his turn. So, Kangdrax, you're up.
Gonna cast Healing Aura.
Okay.
I'm gonna target all of myself and all my allies because it's like you can choose targets equal to like your willpower plus whatever, and my willpower is 5.
Yep.
They really just like want you to heal all of your nearby allies, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It's more,
Complaining.
yeah. It just seems really good to be able to just do that. Okay, I just met my target number of 15. Okay. And everyone is going to be healed 11 hit points.
Nice. So you all kind of feel this frosty energy. It turns from like this frost-bitten bite to healing, and you feel a little better inside of this hellscape. Okay, Blossom, you're up next.
Okay, there's still just one worm around, right?
Just the one. Yep. It's looking
All
rough.
right.
Looking rough.
Alright, I'll go ahead. I'll use my minor action to aim, and I'll chuck another one of my knives.
Okay.
Hey, where's my prompt? Did it go? Sorry. There it is. Sorry. That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
No pinpoint attack. 12 damage, but still non-magical.
12 damage is enough, though, as you reach out and you throw your knife from the back of the shield, and it kind of impales it in one of its, like, bugged out eye sockets, and it just lashes down in a fit of rage into the water, and you grab your dagger on the way out. And it is...
I did buy a bunch, so...
Yeah, sure. And it is now entombed in this ice. The rest of you... You get up and along with Adrian, you begin running now as the
Wait,
ice
are
is...
the worms in touching distance?
Yeah.
Great. I want to give them both a touch and make sure they're super dead.
They're super dead.
And then start running.
Okay. So Bryn kind of touches down and they kind of disintegrate under her touch. And you continue past onto solid land. It's snow. It's encompassed with snow. And you kind of feel your footfalls actually touch earth, or land at least, for a while. So you can kind of continue up to the mountain, where you see this large sun encased in shattered bones. And if you'd like to roleplay on the way up, as we wind down the night, before we get into the next little segment, that would probably be fine.
I
Or
want to
Chris.
tug Saren aside.
Okay.
Away from Kangdrax where he can't hear us.
Okay.
So, I have a potential plan. I'm not sure if it will work. I'll have to look at the bone barrier first to know for sure if this is going to be effective. If it is going to be effective, Kangdrax will not like it, and I would prefer it if he not know what I'm doing. So if you could distract him with something, like maybe take him to look for some true ice while I do this, that would be great.
Sure. I think he knows that there's no like hellweed, but there might be like iceweed or something. I'll see if I can get him away.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
I trust you. And I'll give her hand a little squeeze.
Thank you, Sam.
Of course. Let me know if you need anything else.
Will do.
Then I'll go. Alex isn't here, asshole. So I'm gonna go find Kane Jax anyway, and I'm gonna try and tell him about iceweed.
I love that. I'm gonna try to tell about iceweed.
Something I read in a book.
Well, we'll see if he buys that when he gets back.
He fucking better.
He probably will.
Will you let me know when we're within 10 feet of the bone?
Sure. I will
Well-
do that. Yes.
You're muted, GM.
Yes, I will do that.
Great.
King Jax isn't here, I guess, so just to keep things moving, I know at one point, just really quick, Blossom was gonna just sort of grin at Saren, like right after the worm fight, and just be like, see? Throwing knives.
That was amazingly impressive. I was going to say horrendously impressive, but that sounds not like a compliment, and I entirely mean it as a compliment.
Nah, I mean, I think I get what you're going for.
Good. It was amazing. You did so well, especially given the water edition.
Yeah, it would have been good if Zazz had, maybe mentioned the whole lake thing, although I guess everything's covered in ice. Should have, fucking been a hint.
Ice is frozen water. You've got a little bit of frost on you, and I'm gonna
I get it off.
brush it off.
It's cold.
I'm so sorry. Oh, King Jax.
Yes.
I meant to tell you that when I was studying the hells, that I know there was no such thing as hellweed, but I have heard about a thing called iceweed, and I think it's over here. Would you like to help me look?
Hell yes.
Perfect.
Can you say
Let's
that
go
here?
this way.
Wait, is it sacrilegious? I mean, I did say it. Every time I try to say fuck, it just keeps coming out this shit. Oh, they won't let me say,
Look,
I'll-
you can curse your regular curse words once we're not in hell anymore.
I sure hope so. I really miss saying ass.
I'll lean over to Shield Mom and be like, would you go with this and make sure they're not getting into too much trouble?
I don't know how much I'll be able to stop that, but okay.
If they do get into trouble, it would be good to have someone competent.
Giving a disapproving look. All right,
Yeah.
I'm in charge. I got this.
To tell us she's not mad, she's just disappointed.
Okay, so while the three of them break off, I'll continue heading for the... How close are we to the ice, or the bone wall now?
So you find your way up the mountain peak, and the three of you kind of trail off along the side while still climbing up, kind of keeping pace, but just a different path than Bryn and Blossom. So, Bryn, you come to this peak when you're getting close to this bone-encased, sun. But you notice that ahead of you, there's like a structure of ice, almost like a keep, made of ice in front of you. That's going to lead you up to the peak where you could reach the bone sun.
I don't want to go on that alone. Does it look like there's anything in it?
The door is open. There's no real door. So you kind of peek your head, not through it, just around it. And you can hear kind of like an echo inside, like something is moving around, so it doesn't seem like it's completely empty.
Would we have to go through it to get to the bone wall? Or is there a way
Yes.
around?
You have to go through. It's right at the crest of a mountain peak, so you would kind of have to go up through the keep up to the sun.
Okay, I'll cast Sending to Saren. Distraction has to wait for a little bit. There's a keep here, and I want to make sure nobody dies before we get to the wall.
I can do that. I will divert our little group and be like, oh, I think that's it over there, pointing at some random plant.
oh, baby, here we go. And I'm gonna just pull out the random plant. I'm gonna just start doing just get the grinder out, start prepping this plant for smoking.
I think, I guess
we'll
if
get to
it's...
that.
That I was about to say, I was like, sorry, Jax.
That's
It's
amazing.
okay. As long as he's near me, he won't actually die.
Famous last words.
I can stabilize the dying. It's fine.
I don't know, maybe hell makes things weird.
Can I get
Good
a
point.
page from the Lesser Key of Solomon for rolling paper, folks, please?
Nice. It's a good thing we didn't give King Jax the contract. He'd be smoking it right now. I guess sort of as we're waiting for the others to come and catch up, Blossom will be like, do you want me to, like, try to poke around, see what's going on in there, or should we wait for the others?
I'd wait for the others because there's like a echoey, whispery thing. I think there's something in there, and I don't really want to send anybody in alone.
Are there any windows in this, like, complex?
Nope, just solid walls of ice.
Huh. Okay. Alright, Blossom will just be like, alright, she wants to actually, I guess, spend some time now trying to see if we can find any tracks or anything in this ice and snow, like to see if it looks like anything's or anyone's been coming and going, since we know we hear something.
Using your passive perception, you do see little like footsteps of like an animal of some sort. Really small, like rabbit-sized.
Okay.
And you kind of like look down the trail, and there is like a little rabbit by a tree.
A hell rabbit, great.
Run away!
Right? Somehow I'm scared.
It's just a rabbit.
Is it, Chris?
I don't
It's
know.
the rabbit of Karabanunk.
Go poke it.
No. I don't wanna.
But in your like, you do also see like, it doesn't have feet, but there's like a long trail through, almost like someone's dragging like something through here, but it seems to be moving around, and it's moving up towards the keep.
Like the trail is winding towards the keep?
Yeah, but it seems to be like, the way it moves, it's not moving with purpose. It's just kind of like floating about.
Huh. Alright. Is there any way... Is it, like, actively snowing at all here? Or is everything just still and icy and stuff?
No, it's just still. Pretty still.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just be like, I don't know, this place gives me the freaking creeps. At least, like, this was like a city. That kind of made sense, terrifying as it was.
Yeah, I don't like this very much.
Not overly fond of it, no.
Ah, good y'all are caught up. I was wondering if...
Go
Yeah.
ahead, Wilson.
No, what is it?
Well, there seems to be something in the keep, but we have to go through the keep to get to the bone wall.
I can try to, I don't know, sneak in. I mean, I know these fiendy types can see through shit like, you know, disguises or whatever, but I'd like to think if I'm still real good at hiding, they won't necessarily see.
I mean, if they can't see you, they can't see through you, you know?
Right? Is that how that fucking works?
I think so.
I mean, it does back home, but like nothing makes, you know, I don't want to assume.
I don't know.
All right, well, I can try and take a look and come back in like a couple minutes, I guess. And if I don't, I'm probably not.
Okay. Please
See
be
y'all
careful.
in
Great
a
enough
bit,
something goes wrong.
probably. And I will go try to sort of sneak in, like Blossom's plan being to try to sort of stick to the walls and do like a perimeter.
Go ahead and make me a stealth check, -2 because of the echoey nature of the ice keep.
Okay, so -2 would be an 18.
Okay, Blossom, so you don't feel like you've been noticed, but the first thing that you do notice is that there are these large, like, hollow chambers. There's nothing in them. Like, this place is completely empty besides these large circular walls of ice. For a little bit, you're, like, discouraged that there's nothing interesting in here. And then you kind of look up at one of the walls, and you see a humanoid frozen into the wall. And then
Good.
you look around and you see many, many, many more faces and individuals frozen into this prison of ice.
Now, they're humanoids, so, like, does it look like they came from our plane, maybe? Or are these, like, humanoid fiends, necessarily? Like, can she
A lot of
tell?
tieflings, strangely a lot of
Okay.
humans.
Alright, but no signs of anything that's the source of that echoing, slithery sound, I guess?
You still hear it deeper in if you want to continue.
Oh, yeah, she'll probably keep looking, because right now she has nothing to report, but yeah, it's creepy in there.
Go ahead and make me another stealth check, -2.
Yeah, so many regrets already. Not as good. 13. Do I have a thing that lets me reroll yet, or is that just... I might. I don't remember if that was for stealth or just for lockpicking. No, I don't have that yet.
So you round about and you just see these, like, there's like 4 or 5 of these empty rooms with these individuals frozen in the last second of their lives in terror. And then you make it into like the main room that leads up to where the sun would be if it wasn't encased in bone. And you see this large, bluish, icy individual with this large crown that covers her eyes. And she looks back and she hears you. And would you like to say anything? She's clearly staring at you. There's little holes for her eyes.
Shit. Like, would Blossom have some sort of witty one-liner right now? I don't think she would.
Okay, I need you to make a Constitution stamina check, please.
I feel like there's just like sort of that awkward beat where she realizes she's been seen and she kind of starts stepping backwards anyway.
Yeah.
Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
18?
That's a pretty good roll.
Yeah.
You start to feel yourself being encased, just like the individuals, and she says nothing, this queen of ice. And she just stares through you as your feet start to freeze to the ground. You don't completely freeze in a tomb, but you can't move right now. Your speed is 0.
Excellent. How
starts-
much time has passed, I guess?
Like a minute.
Okay.
She starts lazily drifting towards you as if she's not worried about you being added to her strange collection of sorts.
Well, this is awkward. That's like all I say.
You just continually become encased in ice unless you'd like to do anything.
How far in am I?
Probably about 200 feet.
Okay. What's the lighting like in here?
It's pretty dark because there's no sun and there's no lights.
Okay. I don't think that would help me then. I think Blossom's gonna sort of like pop one of those daggers, like her throwing knives out and try to like sort of take a whack at like the ice around her feet. And I'll just be like, you know, I feel like you could have like redecorated a lot nicer, like speaking sort of gradually louder to like encourage her voice to waft back towards the others.
Sure, the rest of you
Hear
hear
this?
this. Yeah, you
Excellent.
eventually
We
hear
start
this.
running, or I do at least.
You start running. You see these individuals encased in the last moment of their lives in this ice, their icy tombs, and you see this large figure. She seems to glide along the ice, and the ice kind of comes up with her and then settles back down behind her. She doesn't really have legs, but she just is. And she continues towards you, and your mind is kind of having a hard time making sense of her form, as it's not consistent with what you've seen in Talencia. And it's here that we're gonna roll initiative as you see Blossom just her feet.
I was gonna
encased.
offer her some ice hell weed though.
This is her domain.
I was gonna, but be like, yo, Pale Knight, toke up with us, baby.
This is not Pale Knight.
With like the equivalent of probably a dandelion or some shit that you just found outside.
I really
still
hope
wanna
that's
find-
not going to kill you.
I really
Oh,
want to
yeah.
find out what happens when he smokes it. It's gonna be like he smokes it and he's just like, It's just like Rip and Tear starts playing. Just
Oh no! What if he just like destroyed her like prize-winning fucking hell rose bush or something?
that's probably it. And he's over there. Just,
I gotta
"Oh,
say,
Well, I mean, we'll pick it up next session, but
Okay.
yeah. So you just see her drift lazily towards you, as though she doesn't really care that you're here. It's almost like her duty is to entomb you in these walls. So that's where we're gonna pick it up with the fight with the Ice Queen, one of the lower demon lords of the Abyss / the Hells, and yeah, we'll see you next
I'm
time.
ready to get some bones.
Yep, we're gonna collect some bones and buy some souls.
Woo.
So thanks for joining us,
Wait.
everybody.
quick.
Yeah.
Actually, this doesn't have to be on stream, but I had a question about the location of the bone wall in relation to us. How far away is it?
It's like a circular encased around the sun, and the peak leads right up to it, so you could probably like almost touch it from the peak.
Stealing bones
But
from
like,
the bone
from
wall.
where I'm standing now, how far away is it?
Oh, like 700 feet.
Too far. Goddamn.
Quite far. Woo!
You also have an Ice Queen in front of you. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. We really appreciate it.
Thank
We're gonna go
you.
around and plug. We're gonna start with Abby and go in our little U. So Abby, go ahead.
Hello, my name is Abby. I live here. I am the creative director for Chromatic Chimera, and you can find me here pretty much on Wednesdays, and you can see my work in our overlays through most of the streams. What else do? I make dice. If you like dice, come check out my Twitter. I will be posting pictures eventually. That's all.
Nice, thank you, Kate.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kate. I live here. And currently, this is the only game I'm playing in, but there may be something new on the horizon. Maybe a couple of new things on the horizon. I'm very excited. And you can find me on Twitter at KatesD8.
Thank you, Alex.
Hi, I'm Alex. You probably know me as Mr. Puddings. It's where you can follow me on Twitter, and I post about RPGs and memes and saucy nugs. Obviously, I play Kane Jax here. The game I usually GM for. Steam Spell's on a bit of a hiatus right now as I take care of myself. But later this month, I will be starting up a Zweihander game. Bright Dystopian Chat will be joining us for it. Kate will be joining us for it, and I have a few other great friends joining us for it. And it's a Zweihander in Renaissance Italy with political intrigue and vampire horror, all mixed into one wonderful campaign. It's going to be a great time. The focus will be less on combat, more on roleplay. So if you really like what you saw here on Agora's Bells, expect to see a little more of that there too as well.
Cool, thank you. Lucy.
Hey, I'm Lucy, aka at Bluebird Draws on Twitter. I post a lot of art, talk about RPGs and writing and stuff. I play Cat Steel in Steam Spell when that comes back. I GM Elsewhere on the first Tuesday of every month, and Clockwork Hearts, which is a podcast, new episode, God willing, coming soon. And very, very soon you will be able to find me on Fat Dragon Gaming playing Jayara, the Twi'lek operative. I will have a date for when that game starts soon. We're having our session 0 this week. I'm very excited about it.
Thank you, Sam.
Hey everyone, I am Sam. You can find me on Twitter at TheSamWisest. I'm Samwise_GameG here on Twitch. I'm the accessibility director and a disability advocate in addition to being a streamer. You can find me here on Mondays with No Initiative playing Quest, the Soaring City. It's our current Quest campaign. It's a ton of fun. Come and check that out. On Wednesday the 16th, I'm going to be on a panel with PAX Online. I keep saying PAX Unplugged, but it's PAX Online for Aero Aces and Demis in creative spaces. So come and check that out. I'm super excited about it. And that's all I've got going on. But make sure to follow me on Twitter because I'm working on some personal projects that I'll be able to talk about soon. So.
Rad, thank you. I'm Chris. I obviously DM Agora's Bells. I play in Steam Spell and elsewhere. And yeah, this is the main thing that I'm working on right now as I have a busy work schedule. So please do come back and see how the Wrong Turns fare against the Ice Queen and what other demon lords they piss off along the way. We're going to be in hell for probably a few sessions. So yeah, that's kind of what you can plan. We might be back next week. We might be back the week after. We will let you know through Discord and Twitter and stuff like that. We're going to talk about that, and we'll get back to you.
But
So,
do
thank
join us
you.
when we slap Elsa.
That's true. Elsa's going to murder y'all.
We don't want to build a fucking snowman, Elsa.
Just
name is-
snowman out of here.
Sadly,
Just let
her
it
name-
go.
Oh no. Her name
Chris
is also Listra, so it's kind of like Elsa, and it's sad.
Nice.
It's
Chris, just
amazing.
after that terrible pun Abby made, just get us offline.
Yep. We're ending
Break
this
the
stream.
song.
Listen, we went into the unknown, okay?
Good night.